What's going on, Kohler? Did you work today, buddy? What's going on, Legion? I have the shout out video. It's doing its process right now. Ooh, I'm being too loud. It's doing its. We'll wait a few more people get on here and then I'll tell them. What's up, Tom? Off the grid, Green Stooges, Legion, Kohler. Okay, so we did our first video for Shout Out Sundays, and we picked Barnes Lawn Care, and it's processing on the computer right now. As soon as it's done doing its thing, then I'll upload it to YouTube. So it's still because I had to do screenshot filming. I had to use a different program. It takes a little longer to process into creating the video part. I may look at upgrading new software. Anyways, so let's see here. I'm sick. I didn't mow today. You know what, bro? My helper, Caden, he's 16. He said he was sick too. We were going to do landscaping today and everything. I got to his house and he said he was sick, so I went and mowed a property, did tree trimming, called it a day. I built a shoot blocker for the Skag, and I use my cell phone, Eden. I use my cell phone, and I use this little guy right here. It's an action cam. Oops. Nothing fancy. I used to have a GoPro. I'm not spending all that kind of money. This right here was $165. Shoots 4K, 1080p. It's got, you can film fast forward film. You could do fast forward film. You can film slow motion, change your angles. You can do filters, a ton of stuff in that. Everything you can do in a GoPro, you can do in that. It's got a feature on it to where it blocks out some of the wind, which is kind of cool. And it's a fraction of the price. It has waterproof case. It's comes some accessories, and I bought a package of other accessories. But I have my 128 gig memory card in that one. So it just makes it easy for me. But a lot of time I use my phone. Like right now I'm using my phone. See, I use my iPhone 7 Plus, but just got a GoPro 3 white from a friend. That's cool. I had the GoPro, what was it called? It was a little square cube, something 5. I couldn't stand that because I didn't know if I was filming. I didn't know if what I was looking at, and it was a pain to use. It didn't want to sync to my phone right. So I just stopped using it. I gave it to Bella with Faith Lawn Services. Let's see here. What's up, Tyler from San Antonio? What's up, Thomas? What up, bro? What I was gonna say? Oh yes, Thomas. We're gonna be covering a topic tonight that all of us can probably relate to. If you can't, then it probably just hasn't happened to you yet. But we're going to. Green Stooges Lawn Care. What was the name of the camera you just showed? Oh, sorry. Here it is. It's called AKASO. I bought it on Amazon, so you guys can screenshot this or whatever. And it has so many different features. It was $165. It had some accessories with it, like I think maybe had a couple. I don't know. I had a few accessories with it. It had the waterproof case with it. It had some other things, and then I bought the accessories. Kind of the cheap stuff. The non-brand stuff. They had like the hat harness. It had the chest harness. It had all these other thingies that you could put it on your mower. And I haven't mounted stuff on my mower yet, but I'm getting there. I think I'm gonna order another one of those because I want to have 2 cameras filming at the same time. And when you watch the playback, you got boom, both cameras rolling. You're like, it'd be kind of neat. Especially you want to do like a camera in the front of the deck, camera in the back of the deck, or behind where you're sitting. because you can see what it looks like when you're mowing, all the grass coming through you, like you're going through the brush, and then what it looks like behind you after you cut it. I don't know, kind of cool. Anyways, Cody says, I'm in the process of building an on demand shoe blocker. Could you go over how you built yours? Okay, Cody. Mine is real easy. I've built a couple of them. If you go in my playlist, in fact, we're on my channel now. So let's go to my playlist. Go to Texas Veteran Power Outdoors. Playlist. Bam. Okay. It's going to be under, let's see if I can cut down some leg time for you here. Real easy. You can buy the metal at Mower Blades and Equipment Maintenance, maybe in that one. Turn that down. You can buy the sheet metal I use, like at Lowe's or Home Depot, is generally like a 6 inch by 24 inch. There's different gauges, so they can be real thick and harder to shape, or they can be thinner and easier to shape. Let's see here. I'm looking for you. Looking for you. Because I built one for the Walker, and I built one for the Kubota, and I built one for a Kubota walk behind a couple years ago. Um, let's see here. Oh, dang it. I can't. How do I get out of this? Jeez. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see here. Draw, newer, Grain Touch. I'm trying to find this for Equipment Defender products. Let's see here. What Ferris, Lawncer, no. Equipment tests. Mm, Trimmer attachments, edger jobs, updates, install videos. Install videos. Duh, that'd be a. Okay. Build a gate in 10 minutes. Okay, no, it's not on that one. I need to put it on that one. Okay, you'll just have to browse around the playlist, but it's real simple. You buy um, your sheet metal, and then it's hard to explain. I'll get back to you in a minute. Hold on, Cody. Yeah, I hear that too. Off grid. Uh, Tyler, I appreciate you asking. She's doing okay. We got all the kids asleep, all four of them. Um, well, the two older ones are reading and stuff in their bedrooms right now, and then she is in the kitchen creating a lot of noise. No, she got groceries today, so she's doing that stuff and doing some other things in there. But she's doing okay. She's going to MD Anderson tomorrow. She goes every couple of days, so she'll make her trip tomorrow for that. Her mom will be here to watch the kids while I'm out working. Kohler, I filmed with an iPhone 8 and a tripod from Amazon. Guys, a lot of times the phone is the best way. You get a tripod, and think about this. If you want to use the higher resolution, like 1080p, 4K, whatever. If you want to use the 1080p at a higher rating, like if your phone does 120 or 60 or whatever, or higher and do a 4K, you want to use a tripod, because the tripod will hold it extremely still, so it can gather all of that information that it's absorbing. The colors, the lighting outside, the whatever's going by in the screen. It captures all of that. If you shoot 4K by hand by holding the phone, it's going to be real choppy. So if you have to do that, down the 1080p maybe to like a 30 frames per second or something, then it won't be as bad. Uh, yes, AKASO camera. Yep. What vid software? Believe it or not, I've been using PowerPoint for years. I used PowerPoint in like 2008, and when I first got on YouTube on my other channel. See, I was doing YouTube before all these lawn companies were, but I was in the bowling industry, and I was using PowerPoint. At first, I was using Windows Movie Maker, and then I moved into PowerPoint because you could do so much in PowerPoint. You make all your slides, and you can do stuff within the slides. You can do stuff that comes in the picture and does all this shit. You can create everything you can do. You can do in PowerPoint. I really like you do screenshot stuff, so I use that, but my computer crashes a little bit. It's a brand new computer, but I need to take it to Best Buy to have some things upgraded to handle some of the things I'm doing. The other software I used for a while was Pinnacle Studio 14. I like that because it has green screen option that I was using back in 2008 on YouTube. But it's older version, so the computer doesn't want to run it right. And so I tried the 20. I bought the Pinnacle 21 or 22, and it just crashed all the time. So I don't know if it was my computer or not. So I use um, just a regular Windows Movie Maker most of the time on a lot of my current videos because it's easy. It's not what I want. I have all these things I want to do, and I can't do them. So my stuff's got to look kind of generic. But eventually, I'll get that sorted out. Cody Oates, how is your day going, Kevin? I shared the 1,000 giveaway on Facebook and tag your lawn care service from Alabama. What's up, Alabama? Cody, I appreciate you, man. Yes, we have that raffle, or I'm sorry, the giveaway coming up on the 1st. So today's the 25th. So not too much longer to be drawing a winner on that. So if you guys haven't entered or haven't done what you needed to do to enter in on the giveaway, be sure to watch the million view giveaway. Follow those instructions so you have a chance to win. September 1st, we're going to pulling that out along with the raffle winner for the Stihl FS131R and the trimmer head coming with it. So if you want to buy tickets for the Stihl trimmer for that raffle, the proceeds go to us, well, mainly my wife, to help with her treatment, and they're $20 a ticket. You can text message, you can email me. It's in the about section of the channel, and say, hey, I want to get some tickets. So what'll happen is, let's just say you want to buy, I don't know, say two, right? All right, so I'll give you two email addresses. Well, there's a third option too. You can mail a check to me. You can pay through Zelle Pay. You can pay through PayPal. There's two different email addresses for that. Um, if you watch the video that talks about the raffle, it'll have that info in there. But you'll text me, say, hey, for example, hey, this is Cody Oates. Um, I want to buy two tickets. Okay, cool. So you let me know how you want to buy them. When you do buy them, then I screenshot. I take a picture of those tickets with your name on them on the front or on the back. Then on the front, I take the picture again and show those numbers, and then I send them to you. So only you will have them. I'll have the tickets here. So when we pull the ticket, hey, it's so and so, so and so. Then you contact me with your picture. That way, there's no one could say, oh yeah, no, I got it. So you're the only one who's going to have that picture, or the people who have tickets will have the picture, and so we verify it that way, and then we'll mail it out to you for the raffle. Now, for the giveaway, I haven't announced what that product is, but it's going to be between $100 and $300. It is a power tool. I have a general idea of what I'm going to buy. It's going to be useful in the lawn industry, so it could be anything that's power tool related. Um, so when I pull the winner for that, I'll also tell you what it is. Now I'm going to be shopping at Lowe's or Home Depot, and so I'll end up purchasing it online because the shipping will be cheaper, and I'll have it just shipped to you, whoever wins. Um, and then that way we keep the shipping down a little bit. If you have a Lowe's or Home Depot near you, I will need to know because we can ship it to that store. Then shipping doesn't cost anything. Then I can add a few more things maybe in, that gift package. So that would be kind of cool. Um, but if you don't, it can be mailed to your house. That won't be a problem. And that's just my way of saying thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel, commenting. Um, we made a little bit of money last month, uh, and so I wanted to use some of that to buy some stuff and give back to the community. I wish everybody could win. Oh, when we when we pull for the giveaway, we're gonna pull three more names. I have three more small gifts for three more individuals. We'll mail those out to you from us. Um, but you guys will like that too. Okay, let's see here, Kohler. I'm considering getting a Tiger Cat 2 in the beginning of 2020 summer. Excuse me. Kohler, I think that's a great idea. I like mine so far. I think it's a monster. I'm surprised it carried me up out of that retention pond because that's really steep, and I'm 270 pounds, plus the machine's weight. What size were you thinking about? Eden, I made a block-off plate out of a retired street sign. I love it, aluminum. That doesn't take much, man. I think my sheet metal I bought was like $8 today, and two bolts that has two flat washers, a lock washer, and a wing nut. That way you don't need tools to tighten it, because that washer is going to be like this. When you tighten it, it's going to close up, but apply pressure on both ends. So you don't need a tool. You just tighten it by hand on the wing nut and it stays. What's up, Barnes? Barnes. Okay, guys. I did a shout out video for Barnes. It's let's see here. It's processing in the software now. It's about halfway. Once that's done, then I can upload it to my other software program, finish the editing part, and upload it tonight. So um, I was running out of time because it processes the video slowly because it's in an older program. It takes a while, but it'll be uploaded tonight, so you guys will get to check that out. Okay, let's see here. Off the grid, Eden, you are awesome. You gave me an idea. I have a piece of aluminum too to make a chute blocker plate. Absolutely. Now, here's one thing I have learned about blocker plates that I have made at home. Most blocker plates that you find that are um, that you can buy and stuff, they're solid piece, and that's what they're supposed to be. But with my Walker, my Kubota, my other Kubota, my Skag, I drill some holes in there for wind flow, so that way it's not completely blocked off. And if you get a lot of grass in there, it'll start vibrating a lot, you know, because it's trying to cut all that stuff. So I create those holes. Maybe a tad goes out, but what happens really is that grass goes to that chute, and some of it will blow out, but not enough to where like you're discharging, like side discharge, and it relieves some of that pressure. And it does allow the grass to fall down a little bit and make room for the new grass to be cut. Something to experiment, with your machine. And try that out, see how that works for you. What's up, Ashery? Kevin Ashery is here to tell you that you are one crazy mofo. Jeez. Oh, I got some new videos coming for you guys for the next several days, and yes, it's Honda trimmer related. Guys, Ashery bought a new Honda trimmer from Lowe's or Home Depot, one or the other, and it's a big 30 something cc. So I'm pretty excited to check his channel out when he gets that Honda trimmer cranking. Also, I'm eating top ramen with some fried chicken. Jeez, added in some chili pepper shavings to make it hot. Why didn't you just buy the chili, the sweet? There's one that's chili lime. That ramen noodle is hot, bro. Freshly ground black pepper. That's hilarious. Um, the movie on my iPhone is slick, but needs something to use off the PC. Yeah, now, okay, speaking of that, guys, for a lot of you who want to do editing, movie editing on your phone, I've never tried it because I don't have the patience for new things. But I've been following this guy for quite some time. It's him and his brother. They've both been blowing up. One of them's got, several hundred thousand subs. His brother now's got just under 50,000 subs. And the guy I'm talking about, he shows you how to create photos, create videos, and edit them all on your mobile device. He shows you the most badass programs to do everything and upload everything. His name is D Niman. Um, Him and his brother, they live in Thailand, I think, and every Saturday morning they go live like all freaking day, and they just answer questions. Sometimes they do. I remember one time I asked them if they could do. I sent like a super chat, like $20, and they hopped on my channel and checked it out. And this was, I don't know, maybe sometime last year. Checked it out, and so everybody got to see that. My channel's nothing, but they got to check out some cool things, and I got to listen to the feedback and stuff like that. So that's a good channel to go to. He's got tons of videos, so check out D Niman. Go to this playlist, and then you can find out how to do everything you want to do. Create screen recordings for Android, make thumbnails pop in Snapseed, dark mode, YouTube video. I'm reading them right now. Make better videos on your phone. Check D Niman out. He doesn't even know who I am, and I'm throwing him out there. Okay, I just use iMovie. Yeah, a lot of people use that too. Okay, really appreciate it, man. Don't want to make you go through all that. I've been watching you for about a month or so. I'll find it video. Thank you again, by the way. Thank you for service. Cody, you're welcome, buddy. But you know what? Let's go find it, dude. Because we're going to be on here for a while. I might as well see if we can find it. Okay, maybe some of you guys, if some of you guys can open up another screen, and what we're going to try to do is maybe you can help me find the video where I'm building the chute blocker plate, like for the Walker or for the Ferris. Oh, you know what? Let me go to the Walker one. I might be able to find it. Walker only. It might be in there. Let's see, live, Walker, live, Walker, great stripes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's not on that one. Let's try this other one. There we go. Oh, that's the Walker Live. Man, where are these at? New live. Guys, just hang with me. I'm trying to help one of our viewers out find. Maybe I should change it. We'll see here. We got grilling, lawn business tips. So you want to start a time lapse install video. I thought I put it on install videos. Trim attachments. 10 equipment test. It might be under equipment test. Let's see here. Let's see here. Kubota stand-on mower demo. Let's see here. Blade sharpener, no. Stand-on mower, no. Man, if any of you guys find it, holler at me. Not that I'd be able to hear you, but well, damn. Equipment tests, equipment reviews. Mower only real-time lawn audio, tall grass, raw talk. Okay, let's try this other one. Equipment reviews. 580 Toro, 580 mower. Oh, that's the old Kubota Z121S. I can't believe I can't find this anywhere. Oh, you know what? It wasn't that long ago. I'm just going to go down the regular video, and then we'll find it. I'll find it for you, Cody. Give me just 1 second. What's up, Jim? Jim with Scout Lawn Care is here. What's going on, buddy? All right. Let's see here. That will make it easy. Living the dream. Da-da-da. Okay, we're getting there. Doug Phillips sent you a photo. Doug, hold on. Let's see what Doug says here. I don't want to open it up because then what's up, babe? You need to take it off? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, okay, hold on. Okay. So let me see that thing. Can you do it? Right here. Oh, it bled all over me. Ugh. No, what? your thing, your pocket. Oh. All right, guys. So what she has to do is there's this thing right here. What is this called?
Antifungal.
Antifungal. What does it do?
It keeps me from getting sick.
Okay. So this she has to take every day. That goes to her PICC line, and she puts it into her PICC line, and then she puts this in her pocket, and then it does its thing in about an hour, and it goes in her, so she doesn't get sick. Crazy stuff. Not fun, that's for sure, because then you got that thing hanging out, you know, of your arm. But it won't be much longer, and we'll get through all that. Doug, I can't see the photo you sent because I don't want to knock me out alive. Okay, we're getting there, guys. Hold on. Let's see here. Raw talk you need. This and that. No. Walker. Here we Oh, no. Yeah, here we go. Okay, Kubota, stand on. Okay, Cody. Go to where it says Kubota stand-on mower SZ 1936 homemade chute blocker. That will give you a general idea about how to make a chute blocker. It's going to be different every machine because of how you need to shape it, but it'll be the cheapest way. You know, it'll help get you by. You know, I don't see myself paying $300 for a chute blocker. I'd like to have one, but I just can't do it, man. Okay, about your bedtime Kohler mo today. The Kohler mo today. Now I'm sick with a strep. All right, Blade Above the Rest Lawn Care. What is up, Blade Above the Rest Lawn Care? Glad to have you, man. No school tomorrow, party all night. There's no school tomorrow? Is there school tomorrow, babe?
Yeah.
Oh, we have school tomorrow. Okay, let's see here. 52 Cowie or Kohler. Well, here's what I learned about Kohler between the two, Kohler Lawn Care, is on the 52, the Kawasaki and the Kohler engine. The Kohler had the wider, they both had max torque of 40 foot-pounds. But the difference is the Kawasaki had like from 2,000 to 2,300 max torque, and then the Kohler had like between 22 or 23 to like 2,900 RPMs. That was a wider span of RPMs for that max torque. So I decided to go with that one, even though it was a little bit more, because when you're under heavy load and you're plowing through that thick tall grass, you got that torque in that wider power band area, which is going to be less stress on the engine if you go with something that's really bogging it down. But both would be good engines. What's up, Ben? She's not doing too bad. We just took her antifungal off of her arm that she was hooked up to every day. It's like a little capsule. She puts it in her pocket and runs for an hour. But she's doing well. She's got two of the babies are both asleep. The two middle ones are reading in their beds right now. Kohler, it's either a Patriot or a Tiger Cat 2, and $800 is worth it for the velocity. Yeah, that's true. I looked at the Patriot because I really wanted it because of the name and everything, but uh, it wouldn't hold up with what we're doing. Off the grid, I'd like to hear your thoughts about John Deere mowers, sit down and stand up mowers. Okay, um, I don't know a lot about John Deere mowers. I've only had a couple, and they were lawn tractors, so I haven't seen any. We're talking about off the grids comment here. I haven't seen enough John Deere mowers like zero. I see them all the time here. Zero turn stand-ons. I see them, brand new. Uh, but I haven't been on them. I haven't looked at them in person. But they got to be just as good as everybody else. So the difference between a stand-on and a sit-down mower, that I could talk about. So one of the things you're going to notice, this is through experience, multiple zero-turn mowers, a couple different stand-on mowers. What I have noticed, first thing, is you have a weight distributing difference. So the zero turn and the stand-on mower, my experience, I get stuck much easier in a zero turn than I do a stand-on mower. And if you're doing like ditches, like if you have a belly like this, and I'm not saying that extreme, but you know what I mean, and you're going this way, that zero turn for me, and maybe because I'm 270 pounds, I don't know, that ass end will start coming down. Okay, on a stand-on mower, I think it has a lot to do with the lower center of gravity, closer to that ground. Um, More of that weight is centralized and it's down on the ground because, stand-up mowers are shorter than a zero turn, from front to back. Then the width is whatever the deck's going to be. And say if you're both running 52s, same engine, that stand-on is going to hug the ground better on slopes, on, different terrains. You won't get stuck as easy. I've gone through some nasty, sloppy mud stuff, in a stand-on mower and snaked my way out. Oh, that was spray. But a zero turn, that was one reason why I sold my IS 700 52. I got stuck twice in the same day in the same damn yard. I just couldn't do that. I almost got stuck in the skag in that retention pond, but I was able to get out. So stand-on mowers are great if you're on properties where there's a lot of trash and you're constantly, or not even trash, you're just having to get on and off your mowers all the time. Stand up is better because you're already in that up position. You can hop on and off real easy. People say, well, you have an advantage because you can look over. There's not really that much difference between sitting down and looking over or standing up and looking over. It's about the same. Um, you can duck behind things, low branches. You can do that and be protected by the front of the stand-on mower. So you're up here mowing, and then all of a sudden, oh, branch. So I'm saying, zero turn, you can't do that. You can only go so low. Zero turns are easier to work on mechanically. You can reach everything easier on a stand-on mower. If you had to get to the hydros, you really need to jack that thing up more so than you would a zero turn. Zero turns, you can jack up, the side and kind of get underneath stuff. Those stand-ons are a little bit heavier, a little bit more dangerous if you have to jack stuff up. Let's see here, what else? The suspension on stand-ons or zero turns can be rough. But if you get one with a full-blown 4-independent suspension like Ferris, I've had both, stand-on and zero turn. It's like driving in a car. I'm not kidding you. I've had Gravely, I've had Toro, I've had Encore. I've had uh, Kubota. I've had Ferris, Skag. You know, I've had a bunch. You know, some with suspension, some with not suspension. Stand on and sit on. And suspension is whatever it is you get. Suspension, good quality suspension is a good way to go for your body. A zero turn, you can have, um, you might get a lot more fatigued in your back area, in your hips, maybe your knees. That was one thing I didn't like about the Patriot is when you're sitting in the seat, like if you're sitting here, right? This is your ass, here, this is your ass, and this is your back, and your legs come out on that platform on the Patriot, the Liberty, and the Freedom. They have that platform that comes out like that, boom, boom. There's not a place where you can really make your let your knees go 90 degrees, you know, to stretch and change up your position a little bit. So I didn't care for that. It was more of a challenge to get off of a Patriot than it was, say, the Skag because the seat is higher up. If you look at my video where I had the Ferris F60Z 36-inch cut, that seat is way up here from where the platform and the deck is. Real easy to get on and off, real easy. So think about that when you're on that Patriot, Kohler. You know, sit on it and you know drive it around if they let you or whatever, and then hop on a Tiger Cat and tell me it's not easier to get off of the Tiger Cat than it is a Patriot. Off the grid, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Patriot looks great. I'm not kidding, Ron. It does. What's up, William from Alaska? Guys, William from Kodak, Alaska, checking in. Stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door. God bless you. Oh, man, for a lot of you guys who don't know, William from Alaska, uh, I say it every time he's on here. That logo you see is the AA, that's the 82nd Airborne, and that AA stands for All American. Now, what he was telling you is stand up, hook up, and shuffle to the door. That's if you're an airborne soldier, you'll know what that is, and that's a static line that you're hooking up to a static line. Sorry, so it goes stand up, hook up, shuffle to the door, and then I think you sound off with equipment check or something like that. I don't remember. It's been 20 years, but that's all getting ready to jump out the airplane. And I tell you what, I love jumping out airplanes. It's fun. I've only done it the 5 times in the Army. Love it. Glad to have you, William. Airborne, brother. All right, Jim says off grid. Oh, he was talking to Scout. We love our John Deere commercial mowers. I have them on my trailer setup. Yes. You better believe it, Kevin. That Honda will blow your socks off. And you know you like to tease with food because I always make you hungry. You do make me hungry. Um, okay, yeah, it's pretty heavy. 14 pounds. Is that dry or with fuel, Ashery? My knees got weak and I got hot floor. And I hot the floor, hit the floor. My knees got weak and I hit the floor. What are you talking about, Jim? That's a fair weight. Off grid, Scout Lawn Care. Going to check out your videos about the John Deere mowers that interested me. Oh, hit the floor. Okay. All right. The Velocity Plus deck is wonderful. Oh, Barnes, I was checking out your video while I was doing my shout out. The V Ride you have. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Is that the first generation? Excuse me, guys. All right, let's see here. Finally, okay, we're done with. Okay, we're done with Barnes's video. Now we need to upload it into our Windows Movie Maker, finalize everything, then up to YouTube. It probably won't upload because I'm on live right now, but we'll give it a shot. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Yeah. Let's see. And the bodies hit the floor, and the people want the pair of ICD Ferris decks on par. Yes. You know what I wanted to do so bad before I sold that Ferris yesterday, the day before, I wanted to lift both decks up because I wanted to see how similar they were. It'd probably be the only channel that had that video, but I can't do it now. But what we can do is we can show underneath the Kubota, underneath the Walker, and underneath the Skag before I sell the Walker. We could show that to see differences in the deck. That would be a pretty neat topic. It better be worth the 9 or 14. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's up, Leo's Landscape? What's up, brother? Hope you're doing good, man. Sorry you're sick. By the way, Kohler, please get better. Okay, Leo, not much. Hello to Leo with Crazy House. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Leo is here, Kevin. Yes, I like watching Leo's channel. Absolutely. And we got plenty of crazy in here between Kevin. Okay, we're going to be talking about a topic here in just 1 second that Thomas messaged me about yesterday. The lawn care guy. Uh, Hopefully, he's still here because I'd like for him to type his story down. Okay, let's open this here. Hold on, we got to get Barnes on. Where are we at here? Oh, okay. Oh, I did it on desktop. Why are we not there? This PC. Okay, desktop. Why are we? Oh, you know what? Well, it's right there. Import files. Oh, I was opening. I was in the wrong deal. Okay, here we go. All right, Barnes. All right, guys. Um, Thomas, the lawn care guy, had a good topic. Well, let me catch these up here real quick. Love my Motorola phone too, Kevin. Damn, fine phone. It is very nice, except I get frustrated with me all the time just picking my block off plate. Just to pick up. Okay. Had a 19-hour shift last night. Jeez Louise. Today, unexpected mandatory overtime. Dude, that is rough, brother. All right, Barnes, Leo's property that he services need to be in magazines. That is so true. When he gets done with them, I agree. Okay, get well. Thank you, Jim. She was just here a second ago. We were talking about her antifungal that she takes every day. She has this capsule, kind of like that, about that long, kind of like a small little Nerf ball, for a baby. And there's a line that goes up to her pick line and to her arm, and it's antifungal, so she doesn't get sick. Um, and she's got a bag of all of these, a bunch of these, and every day for an hour she connects one and puts it in her pocket and does whatever she wants. And then when that hour's up, it's already depleted. Then she throws it away. Uh, let's see here. Those long shifts are tough. Good evening. What's up, Aaron? Uh, I'll be sure, Aaron. I'll be sure. Oh, Aaron. Danielle read your letter today. I brought it home, and she said that was very nice and sweet of you, buddy. And she told me to tell you thank you. So we appreciate that, guys. Whenever this lawn care community, I'm gonna kind of change subject or change gears here for a second. The lawn care community is fantastic for all those folks who have connected with each other and created friendships, whether they be on computer or over the phone or meeting in person or whatever. And there's thousands of people out there that haven't even connected yet, but will connect at some point. When people come together and they lend a helping hand, or they lend an ear or a shoulder, or they lend their time to help someone, um, or and someone's sick and they help. There's so many ways you can help, so many ways. And even writing a handwritten letter can mean a lot to someone who is sick or someone who is in need of any kind of type of help. Because a lot of people don't write handwritten letters anymore. People just don't. It's something we kind of got away from. It's faster to text, it's faster to email. And totally get it. Nothing really wrong with that. But when you spend time to sit down and handwrite a letter, it becomes more personal, and it carries a different kind of weight to it. So, Aaron, we appreciate you, brother, for writing that letter. It's very nice of you, man. Okay, let's see here. Be your own boss. That's exactly right. Okay, so what's up, Michael? Michael is in Canada. Michael McTavish. How you doing, brother? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, Brandon? How you doing, man? Call right across the ocean. Now, Brandon, who are you talking to? Because I wasn't in the Navy. I was in the Army, but you may be talking to someone else in here. Ben, I saw that, man. God bless her. Take care of yourself too. Yeah, I will. We had work due today. I mean, we work over 7 days a week, 6, 7 days a week. And today I went to go pick up Caden. And when I got there, he didn't tell me when I left, but he's only a mile down the road. When I got there, he's like, he texted me, said, "Oh man, I don't feel too well." I said, "All right, cool, no problem." So we were going to do a couple landscaping jobs, a mowing job, and that was it. So instead, I went and did the mowing job and tree trimming job on the same property. Because I had that bigger trailer, I could load it up. It was a corner lot. I mowed the front yard with the 52, ran back home, dropped the 52 off because they live a couple miles away. Left the Kubota there, and then came back with the pole pruner and stuff, trimmed up all of the trees that I needed to, threw them on the trailer. When I was done with the backyard with the Kubota, threw it on the trailer and left. So I'm glad I upgraded that trailer. Okay, Kohler, you have a good night, buddy. Hope you're feeling well tomorrow and have a good day at school, dude. The old boss of just a few years mowing just isn't near as fun. Yeah, it's not. When you get into, and here's the cool thing, when you get into lawn business, when you start, just start, just start. You don't have to have fancy equipment. Push mower, I think a push mower, a blower, a trimmer, that's it. You don't even need a hedge trimmer. Or if you want to buy a PAS system, that's what I would encourage actually. A PAS system. I don't care. It doesn't have to be super duper. It could be, a giveaway, not a giveaway, I'm sorry. It could be a hand me down. It could be something cheap. Even the ones like Craftsman and Toros that are PAS systems still work pretty good, man. When I started 3 years ago, I had a $99 Murray push mower. I posted the picture up in the community tab on my channel. That joker was not self-propelled. That's what I had mowing in my yard. And I said, hey, later, a couple years later, I said, man, I think I'm gonna start a lawn business. And then I had, the brand called Works. You can find like at Walmart. You can find it Lowe's. I think it was Walmart even bought the trimmer and hedge trimmer and blower from. Uh, but it was all blowers Black and Decker. Anyways, I think it was all Works. But I had to use an extension cord. So I had 200 feet. Man, that joker got caught on everything. But it wasn't long. I was able to upgrade from there. But when I got my first pole pruner, it was by Poland Pro or Pulin Pro, whatever you want to call it, and it was like 100. It was less than $200. And dude, I got my money's worth on the very first tree job I did. I think I did like 400 something dollars. That paid for that, and it lasted me, 2 years. I didn't use it all the time, but when I needed it, I had it. And that's when I was like, man, dude, if I had a PAS system, I could have this attachment. Because then when you come across projects, you need one, you can go buy that attachment. And then attachment may be 80 bucks, 100 bucks. And then when you get to that job again, you'll already have it. Or maybe you get to another job, man, I need another attachment. I don't want to go and spend $300-400 on a whole dedicated tool. So when you guys are starting out, think about that. And when you start out, mowing lawns, you're obviously not going to do an acre with a push mower, but you could. Um, your price is going to be lower. Nothing wrong with that. That's another thing I want to talk about. There was a channel I watched today that talked about lowballing, but there's two sides to that story. Uh, they spoke a lot of truth about that, but coming from the very beginning when I started, my prices were considerably lower. But that'll be another topic. But anyways, so when you start out, you just grab whatever properties you can, you mow, and then you figure out, okay, well, in the off time, what can I do? The grass is slowing down. Well, you could do tree trimming. You could do bush trimming. You could do flower bed restoration. You could do a fence repair. You could do pressure washing. You could do irrigation repair, French drain installs, rain gutter installs. Dude, there's tons of stuff. So when it gets to wintertime, don't panic. Just think about, okay, what else can I do that doesn't cost a lot of money for equipment that I can learn? You can go on YouTube, man. You don't have to be a pro. You talking to me? Oh, she's talking to kids. Anyways, just start. Don't worry about where you're going to be 2 years from now. Just start. Things will start falling into place. But you will, Jim. Okay, off the sharing for your thoughts. Absolutely. Acme High Scott. Okay. Kevin, I love zero turns, but they kill my lower back. I had to sell both of mine. Ken, I know exactly what you're talking about, brother. What type of this question is for Ken. Ken Box. Ken Box said I had a couple of zero turn mowers. They killed my back. Let's talk about that. Eventually, we're going to get to Tom with lawn care, the lawn care guy, because it's a good topic I want to talk about. And actually, we're going to talk about it after this one, Thomas. What zero turns did you have, Ken? I appreciate you doing these lives and talking about mowers in the evening. I love talking about mowers, and your dedication of these lives are appreciated. You're very welcome, Ashery. I enjoy talking to all of you guys. The comments, the emails, the text messages, the face messenger messages I get, everything. I love communicating with everybody because the more people that can communicate in and create those bridges and connection with other people, the better off that all of us in that network is. Because it's a network. Just some of us hadn't connected with anybody else yet. But when you do, you filter out the ones that are douche canoes and stuff, and you hold on to the ones that are true, down to earth people. We all have struggles, we all have challenges, we all have skeletons in our closet, we all have stuff that's going on in our lives that we don't cross that privacy barrier into our social media, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But we never know what's going on with other people, and I like talking lawn care. I like talking, about stuff that's not even lawn care. Fuck, I'd like talking about all kinds of shit, and I love it. I love talking to people and seeing what's going on, and because there's always someone who maybe they just need a little bit of help, or they want to share a story, a cool story or a sad story or whatever. Um, it's just people, man. I enjoy it. Best kind of suspension, in my opinion, would be if we could put vehicle shocks on mowers. Then things would feel okay. Ashery, that's called Ferris. Ferris mower has that, buddy. They have struts and shocks, and they're adjustable. Their midnight edition is the best. I seen a John Deere stand on. Okay, here. All right, holy ash. Oh, I thought, howdy Ashery. C-130 rolling down the strip. See, Jim knows. Rolling down the strip. Uh, Airborne Ranger going to take a little trip, I believe was that next line. Stand up if you standard if you lose it, you can jump off. Writer for My Star was fans. You can an Anakin be Anakin Skywalker and think you're in the pod race. Yes, Brandon. When we were in the retention pond the other day, being on the stand on, I felt more comfortable needed if I had to jump off versus in a zero turn. And then when I was on my skag, I had my seatbelt on and I had the ROPS in the up position. Anytime, you don't want to do that type of retention pond or slopes with no ROPS. And if you don't have ROPS, you don't want a seatbelt on because you need to be able to hop off that son of a gun if you need to. I normally have the ROPS down, but when we got there, we kicked them up, threw the seatbelt on because you would slide right out of that, and you don't want that mower. My wife was telling me a story not too long ago. An older guy was on his lawn tractor, just mowing his property, and he was mowing in a little ditch on his property. He's mowed 1,000 times. Something happened, and he rolled over, and lawn tractors don't have ROPS. The ones that are like the lower end B series Kubota tractors do, but because they got the mowing decks and stuff. But his riding lawn tractor rolled over on top of him. It didn't kill him. It pinned him down where he couldn't move, and he got attacked. He fell on top of a massive fire ant pile, and those fire ants killed him. Thought I heard Casey. And those fire ants killed him. Um, I couldn't imagine going through all that alive, and these things are all on you, in your mouth, in your eyes, in your nose. You're screaming. No one can hear him. Nothing. And that's pretty sad. But there's tons of fire ants, and it's crazy because when I'm out trimming, I'm always looking down at the ground. Not that they're gonna hurt you because you stand in a pile and they sting and bite you, but it tripped me out ever since I heard that. Would you ever consider a landscape bed? Matt, who's that question for? What do you mean? Jump right off and shout Marine Corps. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's get on down. Yes, 48 cow. Yeah, okay, jump right out. Shit. Okay. All right, so that's finally got service. Nice. Okay, Leo, Brandon, I'm still here, Kevin. All right, guys, we're talking about. Now we're gonna get on to Thomas. Thomas sent me a message yesterday, and if I missed some of y'all's texts right here, I apologize. But she turned the light off. Oh, wrong one, wrong room. I was pointing over here, but no over there. She's got the TV on, so she's probably watching HGTV. Okay, so if I missed some of y'all's comments or stories or questions, just ask me again. But what we're going to talk about is Thomas sent me a text message yesterday, and that's the lawn care, by the way, the lawn care guy on here. And he talked about a customer, that he went out there and he was doing some work for, and it was, fairly big property. And he said, hey, I want to be paid half up front, the other half when I'm done, which is very reasonable. The guy said, okay, yeah, no problem. So he gives him half up front, I believe. And then he starts doing the work. About halfway through it, customer comes out and says, hey, um, we're going to head to town, run some errands, whatever. I left the rest underneath the mat. He said, okay. And then he continued on his work. And then he went to get the money underneath the mat, and it wasn't there. He called the guy 6 times, didn't answer. Finally answered. Said, "What are you talking about? You're trying to get double payment. The money was there." The lawn care guy called the cops. Of course, the cops aren't going to do anything because it's a court issue. He called. They told him the same thing. And so, he told me, look, man, I got mouths to feed, too. I got, all these other responsibilities. And so that's a tricky situation. There's a lot of what ifs or, man, I should have done this or should have done that. If any of you haven't experienced the customer who doesn't want to fulfill their obligation of paying you when the project's done, you just haven't got into the business long enough yet, or you're doing it in such a manner that you don't do that you get all your payments up front, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Nothing wrong with that. Um, yeah, Ben. I hate it when you post something and the dog don't get posted in groups. Okay, thank you, Aaron. Um, okay, so how many of you? Wow, I'm way behind. Actually, I'm not far behind. I got just these last few comments. Thank you, Ben, Asheria, Ferris, on your Ferris. One thing you learned about me, guys, I learned about serious things. What's up, Avenger Knight? Glad to have you here, buddy. What's up, George? Ferris ETRs are radical, tubular, upper and lower control arms in the rear and radius rods on the front with coil over shocks. I'm telling you, that's race car stuff. That's right, George. Ferris has patent suspension. They ain't bullshitting. They got patent suspension. Now, Ferris has been around a long time. They started making, they're from up north. They started making something else, I think in the late 1800s or early 1900s. I don't know if it was tractors or what, but anyways, they come from a long history. And I'm getting back to you, Thomas. Hold on a second. Their philosophy is we want to create a lawnmower that allows you to cut the best across all terrains. So what that means, and they want to create a comfortable machine so you can create productivity higher. So what that means is here's a good example. Walker mowers are really a finished type of mower. They're really not designed to cut tall grass and Serengeti fields and stuff like that here in Texas. Walker is not a Texas state lawnmower. Okay? I've had two. They are not a Texas state lawnmower. They're for up north for lighter and thinner type grasses. They still cut good. They just take longer to do it down here. But anyways, so they're really bumpy. They don't have suspension. And I'm not talking about suspension seats. That's not what I'm talking about. The frame, the platform, the deck. None of that is suspended. So you have a bumpy ride. Okay. So you can optimize the walker on smooth flat surface. You can be rolly, but it has to be smooth. It can't have these dips and stuff, right? So Ferris, their philosophy, their bread and butter is we will create a mower that's comfortable to ride, that will keep productivity high, and give you the best quality cut across all terrains. They're not saying it's the best cutting mower in the world. What they're saying is they're going to give you an even, they're going to design something that give you really good or um, pretty decent across all types of terrains. So, and of course, there's different levels of their fares. You got the real cheap stuff, and that's going to be bumpy too. But when you get up to the suspension, that's the cat's meow. So back to Thomas. Um, I remember the first time. So he said, okay, hey, I'll see you in court and that kind of thing. And the thing about going to court is, you know, sometimes, if they don't show up, there's nothing you can do. Getting an attorney, over a couple $100 isn't worth it. Court fees sometimes eat you up too. So what I have encountered when I had that happen to me, now, I think only one time I never got paid, but there was twice it came close, and I was able verbally through text message was able to convince them, and they finally paid up. So you can create some tension, some pressure. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. Pressure through text messages or voicemails or whatever. So after that situation, say someone doesn't want to pay you, okay? Then you'd be like, okay, all right, well, Mr. Customer, I'll just tell you exactly what I did. Okay, and this was last year actually. These people who bought a house here in Texas to put money into it, to flip it, sell it, go buy another, those kinds of things. So I was only going to be cutting it a few times, anyways. All right, so it was like, I don't know, third or the fourth time, I was cutting it, and they didn't want to. They weren't paying me. It was only like $40. I was only cutting the front yard and then the back, but the back they were doing pool restoration, so you couldn't go back there. Foundation was cracked real bad, and so I stopped mowing the back, right, and then just kept mowing the front per their request. And the pool was nasty, dude. The pool was like, it looked like something out of a zoo. It was just nasty green, just grass in it, pine needles in it, just thrashed up, right? So, after I actually ended up cutting it for a couple months, and finally I said, okay, well, we're all done. We'll catch you in a couple of weeks. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Hold on, we're getting down to the meat potatoes. Hang in there. All right, and I said, so I waited. Normally she pays me by the end of that day. I didn't hear nothing. I waited a couple of days. I text back, hey, just a friendly reminder, and you guys can write these notes down. Just a friendly reminder about payment for this week's lawn service. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay? Didn't hear anything. Waited a couple more days. Same message. Waited a couple more days. Same message. Then I said, I hope everything is going okay. If you don't have intentions to pay, you have 30 days to pay. If not, then we will have to go to court. And I have been to court before, 2 times, and both times the judge has awarded me my money and was left with the customer having to pay the court fees and pay me my money, which was, the court fees was considerably more, and also was issued a ticket for, I don't know, whatever, right? And well, they believe that, probably like you just believed me say that, but I've never been to court. So how you word things and how you say things can change someone else's mind. So you don't have to say okay. You don't have to get ugly. You don't have to say cuss words or anything like that. So because of what? Then they brought up, well, you really got the pool dirty last time. I said, what are you talking about? That pool was nasty when you guys bought the place, and it was still that way the last time I mowed the backyard. Well, you got all that grass in the pool. I got no grass in the pool because I had a chute blocker on the mower. I said, look, that pool is already filled with grass, pine needles. It's got black bottom and everything. And anyways, and I said, look, if you don't want to pay, that's fine. You have 3 more days till your 30 days is up, and then we will be going. I will be going to the court to set up a, that whole deal. And I said it doesn't take long to get into the courtroom, and they'll issue you to be there at the court. And I can't remember how it worded. Anyways, it flowed so nice, right? Anyways, I got paid by the end of the day, and that was that. So just keep that in mind. That doesn't mean you're going to get paid, but that kind of pressure, people don't want to jack with the judge. They don't want to jack, with court systems. They know that they should be paying. They let it soak in a little bit and be like, you know what, shit, we don't need all this jazz. Let's go and pay him. It's only $40, okay? But Thomas's project was a lot more than that. His half, I think, was another, I don't know, a couple $100 or something. So that is definitely different. So when you guys go out there to do a property, $30, $40, $50, $60, that's not a big deal, right? I mean, it is a big deal. But what I'm saying is if you're losing that, hours worth of work or whatever, it's not the end of the world. But when you're losing out a couple $100, that's a different story. So get your money up front. And here's how I look at it. And Ben with Acme Mowing does this. If I'm not mistaken, he still does it. The first 3 months, customer pays up front. After that, then it could be either monthly or after they get done mowing or whatever it is. But I think I watched a video a while back that the first 3 months they pay up front. So an honest customer will have no problem doing that. The one's like, well, I don't know if I want to pay a month up front. Like, well, I completely understand. Or no, I don't know if I want to pay it, $300 up front. Okay, well, I completely understand. But I don't want to spend all this time. Like, even if they don't want to pay you half, okay, well, you can pay me half. I don't really want to do that. That's a red flag right there. Okay. Or if they throw this at you and they say, well, I don't know, $300 is a lot to give to someone I don't know. Well, I had somebody say that one time on a cleanup, and I said, "Well, how did you find out about us on the Nextdoor app?" People left a lot of really good reviews about you, all 5-star reviews. Okay, and he goes, "So that's why we decided to go with you." I said, "Okay," and so. You think those reviews aren't worth anything because those are other people in the community that said, "Hey, you know, this is a good guy." So I'm not about to change that right now. Anyways, he paid me the $300, and I did my work. So it's all about trust, or it's about lying about it. You have to feel that out, okay? Go with your gut instinct. If you feel like you're not going to get the money, don't do it. You'll find other properties. Don't fall into that. If it's just $30 or $40, it's no big deal. We do it all the time. A new customer, you mow it for $40, they get your money, no problem. Or you get their money, no problem. Or they walk out, and you're like, really, what the hell? So just take care of your equipment, your time, and think about it. And if you feel uneasy about something, then just wait. So how many of you have experienced that and really got shafted? Here's a question: how many of you continue to mow the property after they already owe you several weeks worth? And why do you continue to mow the property? I do know that there are some examples where they'll mow 2 weeks for the customer. The customer say, "Oh, hey, we'll get paid next week. Can I pay you next week? I promise." They say, "Okay." Then you go and they only pay you for 2 weeks. They still owe you 1 week. And then you go to mow. "Oh, I can't." And you get into that hurdle, that leapfrogging, and you can't seem to get it out. You're like, "Well, I need a mow or else I'm not going to get paid." Stop that shit right now. Don't do that. They don't mow you in full by the second time. You don't do it. And normally with me, on new customers, we're done. You pay me right there. That's just how it is. I don't care if it's online, check, cash, whatever. We get paid. So don't keep mowing if they owe you. You know, Insurance is not going to keep covering you if you don't pay. The landlord's not going to let you live there if you don't pay. So don't get caught in that trap. Just curious. Aaron says, just curious, why do you have so many mowers from different brands, Kubota, Ferris, Walker, briefly? And not to be critical, none taken whatsoever. Just been wondering. That's a good question, Aaron. I love power equipment. I have paid for all of these. No, no one, no brand has given me a lawnmower to go and try to demo this and that. No company, none. I have bought all of these. However, William with Lansdowne Moody over on East Freeway in Texas by the Budweiser, or in Houston by the Budweiser plant, by the way. Uh, I have received, he's the only dealer I've ever had, and I've had him for 2 years now, that uh, would bring a mower out to me and let me demo. You know, no other company will do that in here where I live. Now, if I contact the manufacturer, that would be a different story. Walker did that too. Actually, I have to retract myself. Walker did do that. Um, Lance Thompson, I believe. I don't know his last name, but Lance with Walker in our region. I contacted Walker on the website. This was 2 years ago, and I said, "Hey, I want to try out, a collection system." So a couple months later, he came out and we tried it out, and then I bought one this year. Okay, that happened. That was real cool. I had problems with that Walker. It was the dealer. It was jacked up from the beginning, and it took forever. But I had to get Walker involved. So, um, what's his name? Alan Metzger flew down from Fort Collins, Colorado, to my house, this house, with Lance. Checked out my mower and said, "Dude, there's something wrong with it. It's running on 2,300 RPMs instead of 4,200." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. The thing sucks." Anyway, so uh, they got a halfway work and still had some issues. And anyway, to make a long story short, um, William uh, gives me great customer service, and I love power equipment. I love chainsaws. I got 9 McCulloughs in the garage. I had 15 chainsaws at one time. I just love power equipment, trimmers, blowers, lawnmowers. I'd buy one, work real hard, pay it off, sell it, go buy another one. Um, I don't know, I just like, it's like an addiction, right? Like woman has a bunch of purses and shoes. I like lawnmowers. And here was the other thing too. When I'd buy the lawnmower, I'd have it for like 30 hours, and like maybe, not that anything was wrong with it, but maybe it wasn't fitting the properties that I was doing at that time. Just like Walker, my my 48, my B23 I have, it's not really conducive to, I don't even know if that's the right word, to the properties that I'm doing now. It's a slow machine. Well, it's a fast machine, but it's a slow machine. Um, it just it doesn't do well with the different properties I have, and I have wide open properties, acre and a half, and I have other stuff too. But you get out in the country, it's not comfortable to use. It's got 24 hours. It's up for sale 7K. It'll probably sit here forever because no one's gonna buy that shit. Um, Ferris, I wanted to try Ferris out. I fell in love with my first Ferris, which was the Z136 stand on. I'm like, dude, I love this thing. Then I bought a Ferris F60Z. I didn't like that one so much because it was a small, compact mower like the Gravely Pro something 34, the real 36, the real compact Pro, because it didn't have suspension. So it was like boom, boom, boom. I sold that after about 30 hours. Then I bought IS 700. I got that stuck twice on one property in the same day. I sold that a week later. A week later, I had a Toros. I had Toros. I had the MX 5050, big old sucker, 50-inch triple blade. Boom. I sold that because it was too clanky on the deck. The deck had, I think the deck had 3 points of contact. It didn't have four like these major ones. It might have been four. I think it was three. Like lawn tractors have 2 points of contact. They have the frame bolts here, and then they have one little looply dealio thing in the front. Well, the deck does this, and I didn't like that. So the 5050 is scalped all the time. Then I bought a Toro SS3225. It had the 30-inch long blade because I wanted a zero turn to go through gates. Because at the time I was doing smaller properties before I got the bigger ones. And that thing scalped like the Dickens, man. 30-inch long blade, that is too long to be a blade because it does this too much. I bent two different blades on an ant pile. I bought the canopy, I bought the bagger system, I bought the fucking, it was decked out, dude. And I sold it after about 30 hours. It just wasn't a good mower for me. Um, and then I had walk behinds. I tried a 32 inch walk behind by Encore with the dual wheel sulkies. I put 2 hours on it, didn't like it, took it back to the dealer. That's when I said, look, man, I don't want my money back. I just need a mower that fits me, what I got going on. And that's how I got the Toro SS3225. And then sold that, and then I had a Kubota 36-inch walk behind with a single wheel sulky. The single wheel sulky, it was a big one, made by, I don't know, it was made by Bradley Mowers or somebody else. That was better than a dual wheel sulky because the dual wheel sulky is covering twice the amount of ground, and you see these guys doing this. How fucking uncomfortable is that? You know, but a single wheel sulky, you're going on half the bumps because you only got one wheel, and it was a big wheel, so it was softer. It could allow more impact resistant, and you're tracking in the center of that mower, so you're feeling less of the turns. You know what I'm saying? Because you're tracking in the center. So if I ever bought a walk behind and I wanted to go sulky, I'm going single wheel all day long. I had both. Because I bought both, I was able to experiment both. Same thing, Aaron, about all of these mowers that I buy, that I like them, and then after a while, I'm like, not that I don't like them, but okay, I'm done. I want to try something else now. You know, again, I'm back at the zero turn. But next spring I want to try to get into bigger properties and get away from some of the residentials. I'm going to drop some of the residentials, but I'm going to go bigger if I can. Maybe there's some church properties close by that I'd like to have. That would be easy with that 52, and then go from there. But I just like power equipment. I like all the brands. I like experimenting. So I lose money that way. I totally get it. But I look at it this way, I also used it during that time and I made money. So I don't know. Depends how you look at that, but I just like equipment now. I don't plan on getting rid of the Skag anytime soon. But then again, we'll see what it's like 30 hours from now. Let's see here. Give me a Ripley's flamethrower. Aliens, yes. Aaron, I'm thinking of switching to Ferris from Skag. When I upgrade, I want that 48 F160 F60Z F160Z. I think it's F60Z. And 26 horsepower Vanguard, or maybe the F160. Man, I don't know all the models, Aaron. Definitely make sure it has a four-wheel suspension, the four-wheel independent suspension, Aaron. And also, if you're already going to buy a Ferris, upgrade the seat to the higher end seat that's got the dial for the weight in the front. That along with the suspension is just perfect. Okay, so now we need to add our. Oh, is that at the end? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get this video together for Barnes. Here we go. Oh, we just delete that. Duh. Be here. And there, boom. Okay, so that's cool. All right. So next, there's nothing wrong with typing or trying out and using different brands of machines. I do the same thing. Every machine I have is different brand. Absolutely. Vanguards are the Briggs top of the line commercial engines. I think so. What a horrible way to die. It is, right, Avenging Night? I couldn't imagine. You know, we've all seen the Killer Ant movies growing up, the Killer Bee movies growing up, right? I couldn't imagine dying like that, being stung to death by thousands of these creatures, being bitten or whatever ants do to you by millions of them, and you can't move, you're screaming, and they're all in your mouth, and that's a scary thought, man. I need Ferris to send me their patent suspension to give my Craftsman tractor a smoother ride. Then I need to tighten up that play in the steering wheel. When you're going 20, that's funny. Ferris, but no dealers. Yeah, that's a bummer, Eden. Yeah, a lot of guys, excuse me, they go with only what's close by, but you know, don't. I'm not saying don't let that stop you, but definitely, go into a dealer. You're able to see different options right there in front of you, instead of buying, blindly. And I totally get that. Skag is a good brand too, man. You're keeping that grass green over there, Eden. I don't want to see any yellows last weekend. Skag makes awesome machines. Kevin Love is Turf Tiger. I do. That thing's awesome. What's up, Tony? What software do you use to invoice and use a customer management tool? Okay, Tony. What I use is Yardbook. That's it. And all I use in Yardbook, I use the free the free part. The Yardbook has a premium service you can pay X amount of dollars for, or they have the free service, which is a ton of stuff anyways, but it's free. I've been using it for 3 years. I do my invoicing on there. I keep track of my estimates. If I want to email it estimates, if you go to our playlist on the channel and you look up Yardbook, or you look up So You Want to Start a Lawn Business, I think that's what it's called. That will be in there. I have a couple tutorials on using Yardbook in there, how to create customer profile, how to put an invoice out there, how to, do a couple of things. I didn't do a lot of videos in Yardbook. Some guys wanted me to over the last year and a half, but I don't use the other features to feel comfortable to talk about them. So just like Jobber reached out to me back in February of this year, they said, hey, we're reaching out to a couple of channels that we want to team up with, that we think would be good to do our next campaign, what they were calling it. And so what it was is they said, we'd like to pay you $300 to make 2 videos. Each video would be commercial. Each video would be $150. And first you have to sign up for Jobber. I'm like, oh geez. Then they said, then you create a commercial telling your viewers what you like about Jobber, this and that, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, I don't even use it. There's no way I'm going to take money just to make a commercial, just to put it out to my subscribers, because that's a bunch of bullshit, right? So whenever you see channels, and there's nothing wrong with this, whenever you see channels that, hey, we have teamed up with Jobber, well, they're getting paid. And there's nothing wrong with getting paid, because that's the name of the game. But I didn't take that offer because, well, for one, at that time, that's when Danielle got diagnosed with leukemia. But 2, I didn't know anything about that. And I told him, I said, well, I use Yardbook, and I've been using them for a long time. And I've even done video tutorials on them. They said, I know. They go, we know, we've seen the few that you've done, and we'd like to talk to you about doing something like that for us and talking about how, we can work something out, so you're getting something for doing those. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, anyways, chit chat with them a little bit, conversation and on the phone back and forth, but I didn't go through with it because I didn't feel comfortable. But to answer your question, Tony, Yardbook. No rain here for months. Holy cow, Eden. We can't afford to water our yards. We're on city water, and watering regular intervals costs us $300+. Jeez. Yardbook powers my business. Absolutely, Barnes. For personal transaction, I like Cash App. For mobile, works great. Very nice. Yardbook's new feature that lets you send customer a link to approve a quote is awesome. That and cards on file is the best. That's right. That's very good. I love it when I'm standing in front of them, giving the estimate. They're like, hey, that sounds great. No paperwork needed. I used to do Kevin is getting thirsty while getting down to meat and potatoes. I am. I'm real behind this. I'm behind all this stuff. I'm reading 959 comments and it's 1018. So here's the thing about Yardbook. Yardbook also has an app, a phone app. And I tried it out a couple of years ago on this phone app. They've done some upgrades since then. But at the time when I had it, employees could clock in and out. You could get to your customer profiles. You can click on the little teardrop, and that would be the direction. You click that, and it would route you to wherever you're going. You can reschedule people. You can check complete that you're done, or reschedule, or cancel, or whatever. You can do all those things. So I used to do all that, but it was double the work because I don't have it in here, but I have a calendar like let me say that calendar this big. It's 24 inches wide by like 18 inches tall. Big desk calendar, big squares, right? And then a column all the way to the right that you can put notes. Okay, so I use that. So here's how I use Yardbook. I only use like 2 features. That's it. I do no payments on Yardbook, none at all. Although you can do credit card payments, but I don't do any of that. I only use you know what? Hey, we'll just show you right here. We'll just show you right here. Okay, here. We'll just show you right here. Okay, here's how simple I use it right here. Bam. Bam. Okay, so that's all their addresses right there. So we'll block that out. So what we'll do is we have all their names, right? Hold on, I know you fuckers. Hold on just a second. Let me block out their names. Their addresses, I mean. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so we have all the people from A all the way to Z. Okay, it's a boatload. All right, now, so what we do is I like to use Dashboard. Okay, Dashboard is a good way to figure out, we're just gonna open it up here, guys. So Dashboard is a good way to see what you've done for different date ranges. Okay, so like for example, this month. Okay, that's where we're at, right? And then you have last month. Okay, and then you have, if you want to last 90 days, it's calculating. But it has new invoices, it has payments received, new customers, 30 days, this and that. You can also go to invoices here. And here's a cool feature. You go to invoices, it's just names. Invoices, and if you want to check up to see unpaid pending payments, it'll show you pending payments. You can change the date, inactive, paid, new invoices. You can go to estimates. You can create estimates from here, okay, and mail them out. You can go to customer. Oh, we already did that. Sorry. Whoops. Hold on. Jobs. Okay, so you go to jobs and create jobs in the calendar right here, right? You can print stuff out. You can do the route, reoccurring activities. So when I was doing the calendar on here, and say there's someone you mow every single week or every other week, right? You could set it up to go 90 days out, and that's it. After that, then you'd have to see here. You got the week and a month. All right, so here you can schedule somebody. See, these are jobs, right? You click on that. It'll tell you whoever it is, billable. This is something that's been there for a while. But you can create your whole month, and then you can print this out. Well, these squares aren't big enough for my schedule. Plus, I have nothing to write on over here. So, when I was using the app to log in to uh, make changes on there, um, then I was having to do that on my huge desk calendar as well. That got to be too much of a pain. Here's another cool thing. You can go into equipment. You can log. This is all old stuff. I haven't done this in forever. But if you have a lot of equipment that you want to keep track of, serial numbers, like let's go right here. Serial numbers. I did. I typed in the serial number, the model. That's my favorite trimmer, by the way, the Husqvarna 322L. Purchase price, the date I purchased it, all of that in here. Check out if you have, maybe you're running multiple crews or something. You want to check that out to a truck. You can do that, which is pretty cool. Um, Check out available, those kinds of things. Invoices, estimates, jobs, customers, dashboard. You got a site map. Site map is pretty cool because it gives you a quick overview to get to somewhere quick. This is all customer related, activities related. So if you want to create activity, there's a difference between a job and a task. Okay, jobs, estimates, invoices. There's a lot here, guys, and this is all the new stuff. More blah 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 blah, or not all the new stuff, but there's some other stuff. Syncing bank transactions, it's just all kinds of stuff. So you have a lot of free stuff with um, Yardbook there. So that's why I use it because it's free. But I don't have another thing in here. I have a notebook, a small notebook like that's like maybe this wide by this tall. I have all of my customers on there, all of them. I have their name. I have how often I mow them. If it's every other week, it's EO and then the day and then the price. And we have a major highway up here, right? So I have the east side and west side of that highway. One page is over here, the other page is over here, and I have a town 10 miles away. I do. The properties out there, they're on another page. So when the last couple of days of the month, I have this calendar, right? I get to the first name. First guy's name is Robert, right? And I mow his property every week. So I'll put Monday, okay? But I look to see the last time I cut his grass because maybe it was Friday because we got postponed because of weather, right? Okay, it'll still be Monday. Wyatt Lawn Service just sent me a message. That's a cool young kid out there really working hard, man. Is Wyatt. If you guys get a chance, go out there, check his channel out. He's working hard. He's probably working a lot because he hasn't putting up much videos. I got a chance to meet him once. Cool kid. I think it's 17 or 18, but anyways, um, so then I would put that name down. Okay, and I get to the next name, put that name down. Da, da, da. So you fill out your whole calendar for the next month. Okay, and then whenever I go to the property, I cut the grass. As soon as I hop in the truck, right then and there, I don't do anything else other than turn the air conditioner on. I do a check mark. Okay, and then I text them, hey, just want to let you know, finished up your property today, blah blah blah. As soon as they pay me, I put PD. Okay, then I know it's done. So at the end of the day, or the end of the week, or in a couple of days, when I get to it, I pull up my yard book, right, and I start going in to each. Oh, that's one thing I didn't show you. But anyways, you go into the customer's profile and you create the day that you did that work. So that happened to be Monday. Let's just say the 3rd, right? So yes, you did that. The amount, it was cutting grass. They paid. You click paid. You're done. So any changes I need to make on the go are done on that huge desk calendar because I can erase it and write it in. He was just writing me back. And then I have a column over here to write notes. Maybe get an estimate over the phone. So that to me, between those 3 things, yard book, my customer book, and my calendar, I don't need anything else. I don't print anything off. I don't waste any papers. None of that stuff. There's nothing to print off. So I really like that. They don't pay, but put a contractor's lien in the property. Now there is a cloud on the title, and it must be satisfied before the resale. Okay, I must have missed something. Letting you send customers. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't deal with credit cards at all. Period. I don't want anybody's credit card. I do cash, Zelle Pay, check, That's it. And I really don't even take checks. Barnes, you are known to me as the badass. Let's see here. Okay, only in America has videos actually using it other than dude on the channel. Humans got all kinds of stuff, mostly chainsaw stuff. Uh, Dude, it's 23 pounds. Holy cow. Uh, yeah, in our streets, look out. That line, melting man, that's crazy. Okay, got a video of me running trimmer. Okay, I'm pay up front only. Eden, that's a good way to go. There's nothing wrong with that. And the way I look at it is, uh, um, honest customers appreciate that, and they don't mind paying. That's how I look at it. They don't mind paying. I've had gotten paid a lot of times. I've had not. Oh, I'm sorry. Off the grid says I have not gotten paid a lot of times. Yeah, that's no fun, man. Barnes says my friend wasn't getting paid and he mowed the property for the rest of the season. Oh my God. He had a very nice payout in court at the end. Yeah, but I'm sure the judge was like, okay, why the hell were you not paying? Or why the hell did you keep mowing? But yeah, I will say that machine swings nice with the weight all on your shoulders. Speaking of that, you see guys out here with these backpack blowers hanging off their fucking shoulder, not even up on their shoulder. They're like, the strap's fully open. It's just hanging there. They're like, oh, and they're trying to blow. I'm like, get that shit up on your shoulders, man. Because that weight, you'll carry it better if it's up on your shoulders. You know what I mean? That's right. People might be screwed up. Okay, I remember that. It's like that. That's right, Kevin. Power equipment is the best. Women should like power equipment. Jeez. Yeah, Will's the man. Great doing business. Thanks. Willing to be. Da, 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 yep. Tried talking to my wife into GIE, but she said no, and it's on our anniversary. Well, you're not getting out of that one, Jason, or Barnes. Um, you know, we won't be. We've never been. We won't go this year because of Danielle's condition, and we'll probably try to go next year, but it'll be more of a travel thing for both of us. Do some stuff that she really likes. That'll be fun, and then of course, we'll do some GIE stuff. But dude, you got to hit something really hard to bend your blades. Not on a 30-inch blade, and Toro's blades suck ass. Um, those blades on that 30-inch anyways did. They're not a hardened steel. Um, Fisher Barton makes the Marbane blades. They go through a hardened steel process, which we got something coming up special for everybody. Some people have kind of showed it a little bit, but I've taken a step further and actually talked and have done what we'll be doing, and I do have his permission already. We will be doing a phone interview with the vice president of this one particular company. So, anyways, the blades on that Toro sucked. It was horrible, and not only that, the shaft bolt that holds the blade on, sheared right fucking off. So I'm loading it up into the trailer, right? I pull up to the ramp, disengage the blades, and I hear this click, 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 boom, and the blade shot out from underneath the front of the mower a good 6 feet. And I was like, what the fuck? The bolt was still attached to it. And then they try to tell me, oh, well, you ran over something. I'm like, I was on pavement, man. Although that day I did run over that ant mound. So um, warranty wouldn't cover it. And I just bought that mower like 2 months prior. So I had to pay like almost $300. I was fucking pissed. And I was out without the mower for 3 weeks. So I went and bought another mower in the meantime. You know what they say about women's sport. Yeah, I've never had anybody not pay me after the job was done. I've had people grumble a little bit over the cost, though lost a customer because of that, even though my rates are reasonable. This low MK neighborhood, da, 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 da. She asked me to cut the grass. Lawnmower is not free. She says has money trouble. I get it. She is at 25 and I haven't seen any. Had a party last week. Her grass is getting tall again. Now what? Don't cut it. You don't cut it. They don't pay you. You don't cut it. That doesn't matter. You don't keep cutting it because, if she's paying you, cut it. But Brandon, but if she hasn't paid you, don't cut it. Say, I'd be glad to cut your grass again, this customer, but we really need to get paid for this because I have bills. They don't know if you have children or not. I have bills to pay. I have, car insurance. I had to put gas in the car, food on the table for my family, and so on. So Ryan, so is there any more you may be purchasing soon? Possibly. I'm thinking about something. I also don't want to be a pain because she is right across the street from me, and don't want to be ignorant. Well, ignorant has nothing to do with anything. Um, Brandon, to me, I don't care who it is. My own mother. Look, mom, you want me to cut your grass? You got to pay up. You got to fork over some money, okay? I know I still owe you $10 back when I was in high school, but I figured we would have resolved that by now. You know, you have to stick to your guns, bro, because people, whether intentionally or not intentionally, will take advantage of other people when they can, and you got to stand your ground, be polite and nice. Like, man, Miss Customer, I would love to cut your grass because I like cutting grass and I enjoy cutting your lawn, but I really need to be paid first. If you want to go ahead and pay me for the last mow, I'll go ahead and I'll cut your property today, but I can't cut it today unless you've paid me what you've already owed me, and you can pay today and maybe on your next payday. So that may change the outcome a little bit for you, but don't mow it again if you haven't been paid yet. Had a customer say I charged too much. She looked up landscapers in the area and then realized she was getting a super deal. Ashery, it happens all the time. Thomas, I tried different brands before, but John Deere has never let me down. And John Deere is great. Even though John Deere isn't John Deere, they sold out in the 80s. But whoever's making the stuff is making good products, that's for sure. Ashery, because the only time you're going to get your lawn mowed for only $10 is if a little kid's doing it. But there's nothing wrong with that. That's going to be another subject we're going to talk about. Um, that's about low ballers. Is it really low balling, or is it doing what you have to do for your family? Because you have to think about that. And that's a whole different subject that we'll cover another day. Barge, you're smart the way you do business yourself from all the BS. Kohler, I'm back, no sleep on a sick day. Tyler, your Skagmore is for sale. No, Tyler, it is not. I just bought the thing. I'm not saying it won't be in the future. I'm just saying. I did put a shoot block. I did put a shoot blocker plate on it today. Ashery, I am so sorry, Kohler. I hate being sick, buddy. But I am glad you came back here, though, so you can read our awesome comments to hopefully make you smile. All right, yeah, totally. Okay, wife uses QuickBooks. That's another good one. Takes her about an hour to do all the monthly invoices. That's pretty good. Um, I do mine. Everybody does their own deal. I used to get home and invoice my stuff. Well, everything's invoiced after I do my property. Anyways, I don't do weekly. Or I'm sorry, I don't do monthly because um, I don't know. I want to get paid. So see, I shoot a text message when I'm on my way to a customer's property. Hey, Mr. Customer, I'm on my way. We'll see you guys soon. They're at work, but they like the communication. They're like, great, Kevin. I got the hose. I love it when they say, I got the hoses rolled up for you. See what I'm saying? You can train your customers to do what you want them to do. And I've heard people comment on my other video. I freaking love it. When I said this customer pissed me off to the point that you need to go watch that video. It's got like 20,000 views already, or 30, or whatever, however many it's got. It's got a lot of attention. I have more attention from people who can relate to that than for people who can't relate to that. And I had one guy tell me, he said, oh, jeez, what did he say? I don't know. I can't remember. I fucking forgot what I was going to say. Maybe I'll come to it in a minute. Drinks a lot of water, taking vitamins. One of the things I hate about school was, oh yeah, antibiotics. You feel better tomorrow. That'd be good. Yep. Being sick is totally a bummer. Damn bug, get away from me. I'm sick of things. Okay, get on down here where everybody's at. Here it goes. Earplugs, you can't hear anything. Yeah, I love my new engine smell. Yeah. I know what you mean, man. I'm hearing is like 3/4 gone. Okay, you guys are talking about losing your hearing. Love new engine smell. Yep. Don't have to. Okay. I'm calling them right now. Do it. Say it's like 10:30. It's not late, is it? I didn't mean to wake you up, but by the way, you fucking owe me $10. until something comes out rather than YouTube. I'm sorry, I'm just mumbling over what I see here. Is your skag mower for sale? I thought I already answered that. Okay, I'm only 10 minutes away from y'all's current comments. I'm still wanting another video sharing platform. Okay, I'm still waiting for another video sharing platform to get as big as YouTube to be considered good enough. Enjoy to switch. You won't find one, not anytime soon, anyways. Except, what's that one called? Twitch. Twitch is getting pretty huge. You know what? I thought about going on Twitch, and the thing about Twitch, everything is done live, right? So I thought about moving over. I would be probably the first one to do it. I thought about moving over to Twitch and film every single day. Have my phone. That baby is just filming every day. You know, maybe like an hour's worth every day, and and make money from that. But I don't think people would. I need to find out more about that. But then that would take away from this, you know. So I'm not sure, Ashery. Twitch may be the newest thing. You can make tons of money. People make gobs of money on that thing. It's not just for gamers. It's for people who want to watch whatever it is. And it won't be long. People are going to start businesses are going to start funneling over there and start making revenue from that. So I may start looking at that a little bit closely. One of content creators. Where content creators cannot be demonetized. Conditioning causes hot balls. Oh, you lost me at balls. I have everything pre-populated in Yard, but I'm not sure what that means, Barnes, because I don't populate everything, I guess. Oh, I forgot to say, sorry that the line welded again. Okay, I have 13, 18 accounts on Yardbook, but I never use it. Well, I have 13 of 18 accounts on Yardbook. Yeah, Kohler, you don't have to use Yardbook. I use Yardbook to keep track of how much I've made last month and if customers owe me the money. So when I put in, let's say Friday, I put in all the jobs I did from Monday through Friday. If someone hasn't paid me yet, I can put pending payment. If they pay me, I put paid and all this other stuff, right? Whether it's cash, check, or whatever, Zelle Pay or whatever, on there. So come Friday or Tuesday or whatever it is, they'll be like, man, I want to see if I have any pending payments, because sometimes you forget, but you have to enter them in there. So I would go down, pending payment. Oh, I will send a text message out that next day. Hey, just a friendly reminder, you still owe for last week's deal, or you still owe for the 13th. That's a good thing to have, because sometimes we forget. Scheduling, payment jobs, etc. I have it all in Yardbook. Credit card and file is all encrypted through Stripe. Yeah, that's very nice. Very convenient. We use Square. Square's a good one too, Aiden. All right, there's Ben. Good night, man. Talk to you soon. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Ben, for watching. We hope to hear more from you next time, but I know you were probably catching up of stuff in your office. You and KH have a good evening, and have a good tomorrow morning with the coffee, and enjoy the day. Kohler, I'm doing a cash business this next year. Is going to be insurance, bonding, web presence, all that stuff. I used to have a website, and I got so much business from Nextdoor. I dropped my website. I don't fucking need a website. I don't advertise. I don't market. I don't do cards. I don't do mailers. I don't do door hangers. I don't do any of that shit. Never have. Never have. Although I had that website. Website wasn't really producing. So I got with Google Business, which is free. You can upload pictures all the time. You can upload the hours of operation. You can upload your contact information. And then I get a lot of responses from that. I have a lot of positive reviews on there, as well as Nextdoor, as well as Facebook. I'm all over in my area on social media. I don't need a website. People don't even care about websites anymore. I think, well, I take it back. In some areas, if you're in a more heavily populated area, I think it's going to be more social platforms than web presence, But it's whatever works best for you. What's up, Rich? How are you, buddy? Let's see, but yeah, the only complaint I ever make about the Ducati head or Duracut head is that it requires you to often cut new line to stick new pieces in because it's not a spooling it. It's like strapping. Okay, Barnes. How do you do? How do I want to see 130? Line line broke off. All right, let's. Damn, I guess you gotta soak that line of water. Oh, Wyatt is a cool little dude. He is. Well, I'm way behind on these messages. He has the backpack blower. I think the 8010. If he put that thing up full power, he does it. He does. I watched him do a flower bed makeover. I mean, it was a huge project for this house, and he hit it full time. It was like he puts it on, turns around, you can't see his shoulders. The thing is wider than his shoulders. I'm a retired firefighter, and when we would wear our scuba packs, we would pull waist strap tight and carry the weight on our hips, and kept our shoulder straps loose. You know, the hips and the shoulders, Rich, is a good place to carry weight. I was in the infantry for 3 years at the 101st Airborne, 2nd 502nd Infantry. It's Fort Campbell. We used to do a lot of humping, okay, a lot of rucksacks, a lot of heavy training, carrying a lot of weight, 60 pounds, 80 pounds on your back. We had the old rucksacks before they got the new ones, the Mollies and whatever it is they're using now. So we had the frames, the old frames from Vietnam, and we have the large rucksacks. So you got everything in the fucking kitchen sink in there. So you get it up on your shoulders. Once it's on your shoulders, then you can put it around your kidney pad, and then you can put the strap on. But they didn't like you having the strap, because if you needed to drop it quickly or put it on quickly, you were jacking with the strap. But you had to have the strap there because it had the kidney pad to protect you from your back. So we would take the buckle, wrap it around, and then buckle it in, then pull the straps down, and then tape the straps down to never use it. But carrying on your shoulders was, for us, was the big deal. Wyatt with the V, yes, Wyatt has the V-Ride 2 Barnes. Very nice. Wouldn't mind having a 36. Want to hear something else funny? I usually always mount my blade bolts to the proper torque, but there was one time I didn't, and the blade fell off the mower. I was like, oops. I think, Ashery, because you put it on backwards. Just kidding. Don't worry, I found the blade bolt. Okay, man, I got sweaty palm when I watched his video of the time when he slid over that rock. So glad he didn't. Yeah. Running mower. Okay, so you use a walk behind. Are you talking to me, Kohler, about? So do you use a walk behind? So Jim was gaming. What games do you play, Jim? Michael, have a good one. Kevin, sometime when you have money, I'm sending you an awesome Will, some nice goodies. Michael McTavish, I appreciate you, bro. I wish I could go to visit Canada, because it's a beautiful country. Anywhere that's cooler than Texas would be great right about now. Oh, Walkby's okay. I have top of the line Snapper Pro. Probably see. I use Kevin is way behind on comments. I'm trying to catch up. Kevin is 15 minutes behind on comments. The video, that video cracked me up when I said the kid probably didn't know what a mower is. Owe me $10. Pay up, biatch. That was like 10 minutes ago. It's been a big house. Okay, I'm just gonna skim through these real fast, guys. Okay, it'd be easier if you guys stopped typing comments. I could probably catch up. Just saying. Just throwing a little, tidbit of information out there. Hold on, my leaf blower has the power to move my skateboard. Awesome new spot. I'm still a no. No, I didn't. Okay, I got the 700 Acme lawn care as a piano. Nice to have it right next to it. Damn. Oh, that's where I'm at. A little bit in Canada. Man, I would love to visit Canada. My mom's been to Canada, and I haven't been to Canada. Everybody goes to Canada, even though on a bet you lose, you go to Canada. Can you name what movie that was in? True 4 story. You play Call of Duty 3 times. We play Call of Duty 3 online team deathmatch. We team up with 4 others versus another team of 6 players on team. That's so cool. I remember like 10 years ago, I was real big in the Ghost Recon before they came out with the new one. I used to love playing online. Oh my gosh, even before then, when I got out of the service in '04, I was playing Ghost Recon Online. I loved it. Loved it. Don't run junk Husqvarna. Yeah. Yeah, I went through 6 Husqvarnas. Kevin, when is the deadline to buy tickets? I want to buy some more this coming week. Thomas, we are going to be selling tickets all the way even the day of pulling the raffle. What we'll end up doing is on September 1st, we're going to go live. We'll count how much everybody has helped donate at that time, and then I'm going to sound off with everyone who has donated, and we're going to say thank you to everyone of those people, and then we're going to say, okay, does anybody want to buy tickets at this time? We'll wait a couple of minutes because comments take a section to funnel through. If everybody says they're done, then we will shake, rattle, and roll, shake and bake the tickets, and then Danielle will pull one out. So that's how we're going to do that. And I had a couple companies. Well, I had one company reach out to me a couple days ago on Instagram. I'm not going to say the name yet, but they said, man, we're going to try to get with this other company and see if we can, they do a lot of prototype testing for that company. So they're going to try to get that type of product. They're going to try to get a lawnmower. And they're going to try. And I'm like, dude, a freaking lawnmower? We're going to UPS that thing? I guess I could probably take it on my trailer. But anyway, so he said he was going to try. He's going to try to do, a trimmer rack, maybe a trimmer. And he said he was going to try to get with a couple other companies too to try to help pull, the community together, to help out one of their own. So, I don't want to mention that name yet. And that brings me to a topic I want to talk about. Not right now, but another time in the future. And I need a pad to write this stuff down so I don't forget. But talking about coming together as a community, helping, each other out. Because when everybody helps a little bit, then that becomes an enormous amount. And, people need help with all kinds of things. Sometimes help is a few dollars. Sometimes help is maybe a handwritten letter. Sometimes help is something with knowledge, or maybe you need help with another lawn care channel lives in your area. You need help doing a job. It's just that connection, that friendship. Is what it's really all about. Because one day, what happens to someone else will happen to us all eventually. In some way it will. And that coming togetherness is really awesome. All right, 1 to 10. Yes, Ghost Recon, the new one. I don't like the new one. The new one came out a few years back, but I don't care for it. Rainbow, dude. I used to play Kohler. I used to play Rainbow Six all the time. Back before I got into, back when I think I might have still been in the army, or maybe before I went in the army. I played Rainbow Six on Xbox, regular Xbox, all the time. I used to love all the different Rainbow Six games. And then I tried Splinter Cell. That was tough because it required a lot of patience. I couldn't do that. The Molly systems, yeah, I used the Molly, kind of still want it. That thing can hold a lot of shit. Yes, it can, because it's real tall. The straps were thicker. Also had a clip in the center, then a waist strap. I will always, when I was Brandon, when I was getting out, when I left Fort Campbell, I was at Campbell for 3 years, and I did reserve for a year and a half. When I left Campbell, the Molly systems were just coming in. So as they were leaving for Afghanistan in '03, I was already heading home. I believe they were using them. But I want to buy me the same rucksack we used back when I was in. The large rucksacks, the big round one with the frame. That's what I want. Steel kicks mulch. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, the 82. Oh, yeah. Well, it became a little happier after I started watching your lives, man. I don't really have friends in my local life, so it's kind of like a community and family fellowship we all got here, which is awesome. Yeah, and I agree, Ashery. I mean, I wish we could hear each other's voices. Ashery, I have a challenge for you, buddy. I need your help. I need your community help. I want to try to figure out how I can go live, like we're doing now, and I can bring a caller in, whether it's on my computer, to where you guys can hear that individual talk. So, like, let's say we're going to cover the topic we talked about earlier, non-paying customers. I'm saying, okay, I'll take the first caller. You know, they call in. They can, let's say they call in on my phone, on my computer, or, I don't know, whatever. Or maybe I'm doing. Oh, no, 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 I got it. Doing live on my computer. They call my phone. The phone maybe then has speakers set up to where either it goes back through the computer or loud enough and it's next to the mic that I have here. That way you guys can hear the person's voice. They tell their story, kind of like a radio station. You call in. I want to do that so bad. I've been wanting to do that for like a year now, but I haven't had time to research that technical data information. And Ashery, maybe you can help me. If you can help me, dude, I would be greatly appreciated. And whatever I can do to help you out, back would that's what I would do. So if I could figure that out, then we would have a live caller every time. A couple of them. I mean, how badass would that be? I'll try to get you a pick for you tomorrow so you can catch up. Well, if you guys will stop talking. The big pack of blowers. Okay, wow, Yamaha. Maybe uses it anymore. Skype. I don't think anybody uses Skype anymore. Ashery. Okay, we're getting on down. Maybe podcast format. Oh, here we go. I'm at the bottom. Damn it. I was at the bottom. Jim just typed another message. Give them live PC and a cell phone calls. Go live from PC and use cell phone calls. I like that, Eden. I'm thinking about. I need to set that up because I need to add a video cam on my computer because I'm using just a TV, really. But those are cheap. You can buy the plug-in, and then you got that. Then they call my phone, and then put it on speaker and put it in front of the mic, and then there might be feedback back on that. Maybe. We'll have to play with it and see what we can do. We can do a Discord or we could use Discord on a multi-call format. I have no idea what that is. I'm an undercover computer guy. Eden, I need your knowledge, your nuggets of knowledge to figure this out. Yeah, phone on a speaker. Okay, FaceTime. FaceTime is good too. I'm a crypto miner. What the heck is that? Crypto miner. That sounds badass though. Shaft drives. Oh, Michael lost me at shaft drives. Are great, better than Husqvarna cheap plastic wheels, which are junk, which my Husqvarna, yeah. Yeah, shaft driven is good. That's what my wife says. Shaft driven is good. FaceTime is good, Rich, but see, I lost connection. But not everybody can see FaceTime. What I'm wanting is everybody. Let's say we had like up to 20 something people earlier, right? And those people on there, they're commenting like you're commenting now, and you get to hear what we're talking about. People do that all the time. On other channels, but I want to be able to figure out how to do that because that would be awesome. I have 40 GPUs. I have no idea what that is. Do you use a graphic card system, Eden? Oh, you're talking about 40 GPUs. But I'm fine with you teaching Kevin that if you want. But I'm pretty good. Google Hangouts would work, but depends on what is needed on that. I've never even heard of Google Hangouts. All right, we're going to type that in right now. We're going to Google Hangouts. You hear that little fast finger typing? Hangout apps on Google Play. Oh, it's an app. It is a communication platform developed by Google which indulges messaging, video chat, and VoIP feature. It replaces 3 messaging products that Google had implemented concurrently within its services, including Google Talk. I don't know any of that. I don't know what the hell that's saying. Frankly, I am too tired to give opinions and ideas on the matter. GPU is graphics process units. It's the device that brings video to your monitor screen. No worries, Kevin. For an old guy, I'm pretty hip. Thank you, Eden. Metal Gear Solid was a good one too. Yep. pain in the same way, patience, but you can customize guns, get buddies to help you, call in air support. Yeah, my oldest son, James, he's 15, he loves Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid Rising, I think, was the newest one he has. Yeah, I run on mechanical keyboard too. I can use the Corsair Vergence Rapid Fire. That's blows my mind. 3 days off now, and it's supposed to rain the first two. Ugh. And the grass is gonna be nasty on that third day, Jim. For the frames per second impaired with the CPU, RAM, and hard drive, it makes a computer. You guys are like making my head explode. Okay. All right. We've been on for almost 2 hours. 2 hours. Anybody have any questions or topics we want to cover? God, don't make Kevin get a headache. Get back to more talk. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure out all the tech stuff later. Okay, so what do we want to talk about? You got first person to pick a topic, say one word, and we'll talk about it. One word. To pick to one word that covers the topic. What's a 2070 Super? One word. First person to go. Your favorite mower and why? Ferris. Suspension. Next question. No. Well, here's the thing. Favorite brand or favorite type? Favorite type, brand. Well, brand is brand. Favorite type, is it a push mower, walk behind, zero turn, stand on? You know what I'm saying? I'm at 20-something 5. Fertilizing applications, yes or no? Okay, on fertilizer, I'm glad you brought that up. Hang tight. Oh, here we go. This right here, I showed you guys this once before. Okay, this is by Site One Landscape. Okay, if you look closely, what do you see? St. Augustine grass, different products. The X's mean the months. Okay, so what this right here does is they have Site One has, whatever region you're in, they have those calendars for the whole year. It makes it easy when it comes time to do fertilizing, herbicide, winterizer, whatever. Okay, it helps you stay on top of it. So, for example, we're in August. So in August, you would put this product down. Brown patch control, which is coming up, okay, because of the weather change. So once you put that down with the customer, then I write down. Now this is one that I use for copy, so there's no info on here. But I would go underneath that column, I draw straight down, and then I would type in, how many bags, right? And then I put the date, then I put it on there. That's for all my customers. Now, not all of them are on the fertilizer program. There's about 5 or 6 or 7 that are. And I make quite a bit of money throughout the entire year with that. There's one that I make the most with. His name's Kevin too. It's a corner lot. Been cutting it for 3 years. His yard last year, I used ryegrass in the wintertime. Dude, his grass was more vibrant green than it is now. Everybody else's shit was dead and dormant. His was just like, boom. And it was a corner lot. So he had that, that corner. And he said he had one person knock on his door and said, okay, how do you keep your grass so green? And all of ours is dead. He goes, the guy who cuts my grass. And so, and while I was sitting there cutting his grass a couple times over the 3 years, a couple people would stop and say, man, I really like how you take care of this guy's yard. And how do you make his yard so green in the wintertime? And I said, oh, they pay me to do it. They go, oh, okay. And they leave. I was gonna tell them the answer, but they left before I could tell them, so I don't know. But the only thing I didn't like about the ryegrass is it's small, thin seeds, right? We're gonna get back to fertilizer in a minute. It's small, thin seeds, and when you shoot it out of the spreader, I use a Lesco spreader as well. Those seeds fall everywhere. They fall into flower beds. They fall into the expansion joints and sidewalks. Them some bitches seeds will find a spot everywhere. They'll find a little bitty crack voids and holes in sidewalks, and they got shit growing up everywhere. So when I do it in this Plus, it does not like the big machines to mow it. It's better to mow with a push mower if you're going to use ryegrass in the wintertime. At least on, these smaller residential properties. Maybe the bigger properties might be okay, but and it's expensive to put down ryegrass because normally you have to do it twice because you put it down real heavy, right? You cross check it. You go this way, this row, and then you go this row, and then once it starts greening up, and it's up after about a month. I normally I go and do it again in the area, concentrate in the areas where it just didn't get any, and sometimes that happens. Fertilizing, okay. I tried some yards. My my second year between commercial products and organic products. Organic, they both work good. Organic is good, but it's going to cost the customer more money. Now, if they don't care, well, then they don't care. That's fine. We'll go and do that route. But I've tried that. I went with one of my local nurseries. They had a calendar just like the one I showed you, but with organic products. Again, it costs more to do that than it does synthetic products. A lot of customer, and it takes longer for results. The commercial products, a little quicker result, a little less money, a little more harmful chemicals, you know. But I think fertilizing program is good, but water super exceeds everything. If they don't have an irrigation system, I don't care how much they're wanting to pay me, I will not do a fertilizing program if you don't have water. All right, have a good one. Have a good one, Kev, off the bat. All right, Michael, you take care, buddy. Don't work too hard. Do you have to kill the ryegrass off later? No, it's a winter grass, so when it starts to heat up into the low 70s to mid 80s, it dies off anyways, and it does not come back the following year. The only thing you got to do with shaft driven is grease the joints. Not a big deal. Yep. Side discharge or back? Okay, both. Um, there's a time to side discharge, a time to bag, and a time to mulch. Every property is different. When I first started, I didn't bag anything. Wait. I take that back. My $99 Murray push mower was a side discharge. Then I bought a Husqvarna. That was bagging. Then I bought another Husqvarna. I bought 4 Husqvarna push mowers, and they all sucked. The one of them, it was always something different on each one. The wheel would break on one, or I would go to adjust the height on the wheel, and I'd pull the handle, and fucking come right off. On another one, it just wouldn't cut grass. It left stragglers constantly. Got rid of it. That's what led me to buy the Troy-Bilt Flex machine at that time. As far as today, we don't bag. We don't even have a push mower anymore. We sold our Kubota push mower. Loved it. Kubota. For me, by the way, that Kubota push mower, the WGC 6-21. There's a G6, and there's this WGC and a WGC 6 and a 6C, I believe. One has the blade brake engagement and one does not. One of them is electric start, I believe. Best push mower I've ever had. $1,300. Best push mower. I got videos on it if you guys want to check that out. Some pretty good demos on it, pretty good knowledge on it. Shaft driven, both rear wheel drive, a true 3-speed transmission. Cuts good as a cast aluminum deck, so it's 125 pounds. Ball bearings and all of the wheels are sealed. True rubber wheels that can also be replaced. The tread, not the whole wheel, but the tread can come off. Bagging like you won't believe. It has this vacuum it's a high vac system. It's phenomenal. I love the thing, but we don't push more no more. So as far as bagging, we'll probably get a bagger system for the Skag because I want to look at doing some leaf cleanups, bigger leaf cleanups. I do have a bagger already that I've had for a while called Grass Packer. That will fit on any machine I have up to an 18-inch opening. I don't side discharge a bag or mulch. I tried a rear discharge on the Walker and couldn't tell a difference between bagging, so I like to discharge now. I just tried that experiment. Yeah, now my Walker, my B23i is side discharge. And, and then I would mulch it. I would put my side discharge plate on there, and it would mulch stuff up just fine. Alan with Walker didn't think it would be impossible, but it mulches it up just fine. Um, yeah, a lot of guys say, the rear discharge, they weren't able to tell the whole difference. Some guys. I don't bag, side discharge, and double cut. Tried mulch kit, did not work. Grass too thick. Yes. Yeah, the only way the mulch kit works is if it's weakly cut and you're cutting like top shelf. You know what I'm saying? Top height that your machine can go, or maybe a half inch below that, or an inch at the most. Then that works great. Once you're cutting grass that's at a 6 inch height, and the customer wants you to cut it too, you'll be there all damn day. Now what you could do is you can side discharge everything and then come back and mulch that. That might work, but side discharge, you got some good blades. It's gonna it'll shred it up pretty good. What's up, Pee Wee? Man, I watched your video today of the one you posted today. William sent it to me. I want to thank you, by the way, Pee Wee, for doing that. Pee Wee, for giving a shout out for me in the channel. Also, guys, if you guys don't know by now, and I can't believe I forgot to mention this, Cato with Eric with Cato Lawn Care. He's got their new shirts. He's got his new shirts in for the company, and a portion of the sales are going to go to us to help Danielle for her treatment. And Pee Wee was help pushing the channel for the raffle. So, if you or anyone else want to buy raffle tickets, you let me know. We'll get you guys squared away on that. Let's see here. Definitely check out Pee Wee's channel. He just started not too long ago. He started the channel April 19th, so kind of at the beginning of the year. It's about 6 months ago or so. He's got some videos up. He just bought a new Kubota from the same dealer I go to, same salesman too. He bought a big one, a big Kubota Z121S, I believe, but it has a big deck on it. Maybe 50 something, but I can't remember. Yeah, Pee Wee probably just got off his regular job. He works at a chemical plant. He works a lot of hours and then goes and cut grass. Oh, he was making business cards. I'm going to use the walker on nice properties and for fall side discharge in summer. Yeah, I bought that walker cooler because, I've been wanting one for a couple of years, and I wanted the grass collection unit, but, the S18, I don't know, I think 17 horsepower or 18. I don't know, it said 17 horsepower. I just don't think it's strong enough, for what it needs to do. I think the minimum should be like 20 or 21 horse. I've only seen an H model here. Rear discharge look like crap. Sweet. DR Power seems like it's cheaply built. I don't know. Well, cooler. There's a lot of people that sell. There's some dealers that sell DR up here. I know DR makes some good walk behind brush cutters, and I'm gonna try to see if I can find one to rent tomorrow for that grass retention pond. If I can find one to rent, I don't know, $200 for one day. And I think I'm going to charge the guy like $600. That'll put $400 in my pocket. That'll be, you cut it with a brush cutter, no raking, no whatever, just, one pass through with everything, and that's that. And then pick up every 45 days for $250. And once it's covered, I can go down in each one pretty good, as long as it's not soaked down at the bottom. Top-notch lawn care's walker mower broke down, so he's had to side discharge with the Skag. And he hates it. He wants his walker back because it bags the grass. Wet grass, the walker is the bomb. Sub to Pee Wee, very good. Snapper is good. Pee Wee just subbed you. I also use Gator G5s. Yep, I used to use those too. I used to use Oregon G5 Gators all the time, but they didn't do that well. Or no, I had the G6s, sorry. I had videos on that too. I had several blades out on my playlist. I had the G6 Gator blades. They did not do that well on overgrown grass because really they're designed, from what the dealer was telling me, at another dealer, they're designed to tumble leaves and to shred them up. So cutting regular, well manicured grass, I think it did pretty good. Um, just like anything else, you got to sharpen them every so often. Let's see here. I think Barnes already gotten off. Okay. But I'm going to. Well, we'll talk about. Hold on just a second, guys. Hold on a second. We're not looking up channels to dog anybody. Yep, American Sharpener. I was close. That's incredible. Well, I appreciate. Okay, so let's do this again. Here. All right, so we're going to export that. Exporting Barnes's video. I've been already talking this whole time. Okay, so on mower blades, we're going to talk more about mower blades coming up. I'm excited because we're going to be talking directly to the company. See, a lot of people out there, when they're talking about a product, maybe they don't know a lot about this one particular product. They don't know, and they start giving reviews on something, and well, this is kind of shitty, this and that. Well, maybe because they were doing something that was not intended to be done on it, or maybe it would already lived past its lifespan. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited. We're going to be talking about mower blades soon, and more mower blades, and the quality, and some technical data about mower blades and hardened metal. So I'm excited. Thomas, I do offer aerating and dethatching. I don't have a lot of requests for it, although I don't bring it up a lot either. But every year I have about one person that I'll bring it up to, because I know which yards kind of, the customers that probably do it. So on the aerating and the dethatching, you want to do that like in the springtime. And in the springtime, before I do my fertilizing, I'll aerate everything and I'll dethatch everything, and I'll rent those machines from the local rental place. For 24 hours, I can get either one of those machines for like $60. So I'll line up. Let's just say I had a couple properties. I'll line them up in one day. Like one year, I had, I think, 3 or 4 properties I wanted to aerate, and only one to dethatch. So I'd set up the aerator for a 1-day rental, and I do all those properties, and a couple $100 each one. But aerating is good. It'll help a good lawn do even better. I wonder if I can get a Marbane blade for my Snapper. Snapper doesn't list them as an option, but you know how it is. I like Gator makes their blades for lots of machines. Well, Ashery, Fisher Barton, who makes the Marbane blades. The Marbane blade, by the way, is a patent blade. So if it's a Marbane blade, Fisher Barton makes it. Fisher Barton has sold over 70 million blades in the last little over 20 years. They are an OEM maker. So what that means is a company like, you'll know if you have a Fisher Barton blade, because when you take the blade off the machine, it'll have a stamped little bitty, deal here. It'll say FB, and then next to it be MB for Fisher Barton Marbane. And so what happens is the manufacturer, here's how it works. The manufacturer will call Fisher Barton and say, hey, we'd like to see if you can make, blades for our V2 ride, our 36-inch deck V2 ride. And they'll say, okay, what level? Because they have different levels of blades. Well, we want the laser edge. Let's go this way, Kubota. Because Kubota now has 2 models that have the laser edge self-sharpening blades. They're both ZD models, so they're big zero-turn models. They don't have it for the 36. However, I have something coming that I'm going to share with you guys from Fisher Barton for my Kubota. Anyways, and so they make those for those models. Another company says, hey, like Toro, Skag says they have Marbane blades. They do, but Fisher Barton makes them. So, hey, I want the Marbane blades for, like, if I look on my Skag tomorrow, what we'll do tomorrow is I'll take a picture of it, and I'm pretty sure there'll be Fisher Barton blades, and I'll take a picture of the stamped letters, and I'll post them on the community tab on the channel. That way we'll know. And the Fisher Barton, and then if it's Marbane, it'll say Marbane. If it's not, but a Fisher Barton, it'll just be Fisher Barton. Anyway, so I lost my train of thought. So the manufacturer says, hey, this is what we want for these models. They'll make them for those models. And that's how that works. Now, Fisher Barton also has a, you can go to fisherbarton.com. They have a lot of innovative patent products, tons of patents. They make all kinds of, they don't make just lawnmowers, buddy, lawnmower blades. They make tons of other stuff that makes millions of dollars. So check them out just for a sense of knowledge. And Ashery, if you want to know if they make for Snapper, let's go there right now and look. Let's go Fisher Barton Group. Sorry, it's a fisher-barton.com. You're gonna go down to Fisher Barton Blades. They got all kinds of stuff, dude. You can spend some good time on their website and just learn so much knowledge, stuff you didn't realize that was out there. So let's look up history of mower blades. Find your mower blades. Okay, so this will list all the brands that they make them for, and you are in luck, buddy. They make them for Snapper. So what you'll have to do, you have to contact your Snapper dealer. He will have to contact, or your dealer. That Snapper dealer will have to contact their Snapper OEM in ordering to find out about the Fisher Barton blades for that Snapper. But they do carry Snapper. They carry tons of shit. Yardman, yard. You know what? I'm just gonna name them all off right here. No, I'm not, because it's a lot. You guys can go and check it out. But they talk about their testing. They talk about all kinds of stuff, man. It's fascinating. Just subscribe, guys. Just subscribe, guys. Thanks. Absolutely, Pee Wee. But you can claim Marmain are the best, so I'm interested in that. I'm telling you, brother. Check them out. Now, here's the cool thing about Marmain. Actually, Ashery, you love technology, you love videos and reading. Go to fisherbarton.com and just navigate through that channel. You'll find the mower blade section, and you're gonna be, dude, your head's gonna go. You're gonna be so excited about that. I did the same thing. I looked at everything on Fisher Barton for the stuff that related to mower blades, and I was like, dude, this is nonstop right here. Here's the thing about the laser edge self-sharpening blades. Okay, it's a Marmain blade. Marmain blade is a hardened process with some other things in there to give you a blade that stays sharper longer, so you have less downtime in between, the life of this blade between the first day and the last day. You have less sharpening times for a Marmain blade. Okay, the laser edge self-sharpening blade. Okay, you have the blade right here. Here's the sharp part right here. Okay, you have a material underneath here. Okay, I can't remember what Bart told me. Bart is the vice president of the Marmain blade department. We talked for about an hour the other day on the phone, 2 different times, by the way. And so we got some stuff coming up for you guys that I'm helping them accomplish something that no one has done on the social platform. So we're gonna be doing something new for them. Anyway, so you have this material underneath here. So what happens is, as this is a very hard material right here. There's a lump underneath. That's the self-sharpening part. So as that blade is cutting stuff, it's wearing this part down. This part right here is keeping that edge there, okay? And you don't sharpen it. So what happens is, he was telling me that there is a company in Florida which has a lot of sandy terrain. They've got about 75 hours. That's a lot of time. So 75 hours of the blades cutting grass, good. And then when you get to that point, not that it's 75 hours for all different regions and different grass types, but he says when you get to the point to where you no longer have that piece underneath that blade has lived its lifespan. It's time to throw it away and buy a new one. So you figure, if you guys are mowing every, 8 hours, 10 hours, 5 hours, every other day, once a week, whatever. Everybody's is different. Okay, you can probably cut that down drastically by buying a set of these blades. Now the prices are different per mower and however many blades your deck might need. So all that differs, but they're not going to be astronomical high, than a regular Marmain blade. Man, heartburn just suddenly hit me. What's been those Doritos I had? By the way, I was eating Doritos while I was doing Barnes's shout out video. You can hear it in the mic. Okay, the high lifts are hanging on the wall. To me, in my situation, the G5s do a better job. And you see, Eden, that's what I like about so many different kinds of blades because it all just depends what the operator is cutting will depend on what blade works best for that person. Absolutely. The tool rack was super easy to assemble now for the blower rack. Those weren't too bad. Are the laser edge blades good? Well, I haven't experienced any yet, Thomas, but I have a pair coming. What what Bart did is he mailed me some that actually went to a Bobcat. Okay, because Kubota didn't call Bart and say, "Hey, can you make us some for this Kubota?" They said, "Can you make us some for these two ZD mowers?" So Bobcat had Fisher Barton make those laser edge for their 36-inch, which is the same as my Kubota. So he's mailing those over to me. He said I should have them by the end of the week, which is the week we just ended. So I'm thinking they'll be here Monday or Tuesday. They're coming from Wisconsin. So when they come in, we're going to inspect them top and bottom with you guys on a video. And then we're going to compare them to the blades that are on there now. We're going to talk about what the intended purpose is for the laser edge. And then we're going to get Bart on the phone. And you guys remember the customer. Yeah, I'm being too loud. You guys remember the customer I had where we talk about, we had the interview, not interview, sorry, the $1 million house where we did the estimate and everything, and I had the customer on the phone and my camera's up here. We're doing the same thing with Bart. I already told him. He said, dude, everything is cool. So, I'm going to call him, tell him, hey, these are some of the questions I'm going to ask you, because I don't want him to be under any type of pressure. We're not, now, he can't divulge the secret sauce in their blades. There's only some things he can tell us, but he's going to tell us a lot of technical information that's going to blow your mind. And the guy works for the company, so that he knows exactly what he's talking about. And he's vice president. How often do you get a chance to talk to the vice president of a company that big to do something like this? So I'm pretty excited. He sent me a pair of blades, or I'll get them here soon, completely free. We're going to test them out. And here's the other thing. You'll see other channels that tested these out. I haven't come across one yet where they said, hey, we got these blades in, we're going to give them a shot. Here's the hour meter reading on our mower. When we reach the point to where these no longer cut good, we'll look at that hour meter. I haven't seen that done. I've only heard people say, like on a couple different channels, that, well, we've had these for a couple of months. Okay, well, how many yards have you mowed? What have you been cutting? How many hours is that? You don't have that information. So we're going to take it a step further with my deal. Barnes' shit is done. That's phenomenal. Okay. Movie that's Barnes. Barnes cut. Okay, hold on. So, oops, Barnes. Hold on a second. There we go. So we're going to take it a step further. That way we can accurately keep track of what we're doing. And I'll have a periodic film, of using this. Okay, we're using laser edge. We're going to cut this overgrown stuff here. We're using the laser edge. We're going to do this. We're using it for multiple types of terrains. Heavy pasture mowing, that's nasty Bahia grass, dusty as hell, to beautiful, regular residential properties. So we're having a good mixture of grasses, really giving a good review. And then we won't do our review until those blades have met the end of their lifespan. Then we will give a review. Self-sharpening blades. My factory Skag are MB. Yep, that's exactly right. You'll see the stamp on them, Eden. People, my channel isn't very exciting yet. Started about a month ago. My 14-year-old son wanted to get on YouTube. Yeah, I need to get some Marbane under my Snap-A-Deck. Yes. Awesome scout name here, brother. Just started. Cool. Thanks, Kevin. You're welcome, buddy. In the box store blades are cheap. Yep. I wanted to get me some standard Kubota, brother. Hold on, I want to get me a standard Kubota, brother. How you like yours? I like mine a lot. Check this out, Pee Wee. I know. I might be selling my Kubota. There's one thing, only one. You guys are the first one to know. Well, I told William earlier today, but you guys are the first one, other than William, that I said this to. And I was gonna wait till I hit my 100 hours on my Kubota to give a review, but I'll tell you a little bit something. The Kubota stand-on mower is fantastic, fantastic. I love everything about it. Tons of power. Already comes with a mulch deck. You just have to buy a chute blocker plate. Uh, it tracks very well in uneven terrain. It tracks very well in muddy conditions. This thing is built like a tank. It's front end heavy, which I really like for going up hills. The two Ferrises I have aren't as front heavy. The weight is more kind of down in the center or closer to the front of the wheels is where a lot of that weight is. Where the Kubota, a lot of the weight is not up front, but it has more weight up front than the 48 and the 36 Ferris I had. I love the controls. I love how Kubota, you're able to change a lot of things on the controls for the different knobs and stuff that you can adjust underneath the control panel that you can't do on the Bobcat, you can't do on the Ferris. You're able to really fine tune those hydros and those control handles to your liking, stiffness, softness, how much responsiveness when you pull them, those types of things. The tracking on the hydros where you can go straight, very easy to turn on to adjust it. Um, the only thing, the only thing that it's not that I don't like it. The only thing just kind of bugs me a little bit about the Kubota is the platform. The platform, I love how it goes up. When you set it down, it's up like this. Of course, when you stand on it, it goes down, but it doesn't go down flat or even just a little bit up. It stays up quite a bit, and as it goes down here, then it comes up. It towards where your toes are, it comes back up. So what's happening to me is when I'm on it for, say 30 minutes or more, my calves start to get a little sore. Um, so that's the only thing that bugs me. With the Ferris, the platform from front to back, all the lights are out in the house. Boy, it's dark as fuck. Okay, the platform on the Ferris from front to back is completely flat. I like that. Um, when you step back, it goes up a little bit. Now on the Ferris, you have some adjustments that some of these other brands don't have. In the center of where your feet go, right in here, you have a little cradle. Okay, and you have a pin. That pin is in the center, and you got two additional holes here. I gotta let the dog out to go poopy pee. That allows you for custom uh, allows you to custom fit. I don't know, that's the wrong word. Hold on a second. Hold your pee. Um, if you're a bigger guy, you may want that up more. Put it that way. If you're a heavier guy, if you're a lighter guy, you may want it down more, or vice versa. You can adjust that to a custom feel of the amount of bounce, less bounce, amount of suspension, less suspension. There's a shock and a strut right here, and that's what it's pushing down on. And so you're adjusting this guy, but right in here. That's what I really like about Ferris. That's the only it's not even a complaint. That's the only kind of about the stand-on mower for Kubota. Blades of Grass. It was Blades of Grass. Pee Wee, my dealer, has Kubota. I want me to stand up. It was Blades of Grass. Showed them several times. That's true. Eden, you're talking about the blades. All right, Kohler. You have a good night again. Michael, you're here. No, Michael is in Canada. He woke up with that heartburn the other night. I was like, damn, what did I do to deserve this? No people in Canada. Awesome, brother. I'll probably get me one next year. All right, Kevin. What's up, Dan? Man, you're up late, buddy. Post it, I'm ready to watch. Yeah, my dealer said, I love how you get excited of the community as you do mowers. It really neat. Barnes will love his shout out, I think. He will. Let's see if we can do it while, I don't think we can do it while I'm on the, oh let's go to YouTube here. I might be able to do it while I'm on it, but I don't know. Upload. It's letting me do it. Holy schmoly. Okay. Let's see here. Let's find Barnes. Yep, it's letting me upload. I don't know how long it's going to take, but Barnes is uploading right now, and a shout out. Now, I didn't have time to do the editing that I wanted to do for Barnes. So when I get down to next Sunday, this Sunday, whoever, I just decide to do, if I have time, I should be able to do a little bit more of what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a different intro that's just for shout outs. So it's not that great, but they will get better as they go on. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how well it holds up in St. Augustine. Thomas, was that for me? I gotta go back and read. The Laser Edge. Yeah, we were talking about Laser Edge. Yeah, I'm curious too, man. Okay, yeah, okay. Same big sips. Distracted, but my V-Ride 2 is the big bump ejected seat off the foot pedal. One complaint on my V-Ride 2 is a big bump is eject the seat off the foot pedal. You know who Kevin is, right, guys? He's the Walker, Texas long cutting range. Don't forget to let the dog. Oh, shit, you're right. Okay, hold on, Rich. Thank you for reminding me. Logging on, friends. Pee, we have a good night. Don't work too hard tomorrow. All right, I'm going to go let the dog out. Barnes is uploading. Okay, I'm going to come back and fill all this stuff in a minute. I'll be right back. I got Doritos. So here's what I'm thinking. Shit, I forgot to wash my hands. Hold on. Okay, so it's inevitable. I'm going to sell the Kubota, just don't know when. So William asked me, he says, I know Ferris is your favorite brand. Are you going to buy a Ferris? And I said, well, I don't know, because Ferris is my favorite brand, best suspension. So I'll either buy a Ferris Z136 or I'll buy a V-Ride 236. I said, I want to be able to. The other thing about the platform on the Kubota is I feel that it's too low to the ground. The Ferris is a little low too. I would like to see the Ferris a little higher up. The Skags, Toros, they're taller up. Graveleys, I like that. So I'm going to look at the Skag 36 V-Ride 2. And, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Have a good night, Pee Wee. Who let the dogs out? Let me speak things. When I hit a big bump, it throws me up off the foot. Oh, that's what I thought you meant. Yeah, it won't do that with Ferris. You'll stay on there pretty good because that suspension goes up and down a lot. It has a lot of travel. Although I am heavier than you are, I weigh 270 pounds, so my ass probably has a lot of good gravity on that platform, but I've never managed to turn it off like that. Only live streamer I've seen that reads all the chat comments. Peace, but I do the best I can. Ashery, you are a trip. Brandon, you have no idea. Ashery is nuts. He's bonkers. Hey, Jim, speaking of the text thing, the typo, I do voice to text message all the time, and I never proofread, so imagine some of the things that go to customers' phones. Kevin Carroll, where is he at? Did he fall out of the chair? Not quite. I had to let the dog out, Kevin. Nice to see you, buddy. No wobbly paws. Well, I had to take a leak too, but I'm okay, guys. Grab some Tums. The only thing about Tums in taking stuff for heartburn is that I'd rather not take stuff to help with heartburn because we don't know what those chemicals are putting in our body. I'd rather try harder to not eat the shit that gives me the heartburn to begin with. I've been trying for that for 41 years, by the way. It's not working out too well. Marketing leaf season already. Haven't come up to Idaho. I'll let you run my V-Ride 36 as much as you want. She only has 70 hours. That's right, man. It's like brand new, dude. Man, Idaho, that's a pretty state. Idaho is a beautiful state. Yeah. Well, it's probably been a couple months since I had Doritos, actually. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, she hit hiding boy. Brown. Life is easier. Hey, look, I'm down at the bottom again. Craving Doritos now. Dude, you want some? You know what's funny about Barnes' video? I'm talking to my mic, narrating, his video. And I say, if you guys are hearing chip crunching, it's because I'm eating Doritos, and I don't really care. Okay. put you guys here. I'm gonna try to catch up. Let's see here. We're gonna do Barnes shout out Barnes Lawn Care. Oop. Okay. I think we just put Skag actually. See, when I do it like that, people read that part and they're like, can't believe what? And then they click on it. Just bear with me, guys. Okay, let's see here. What do you got? I'm gonna read some of these comments now. Crunch, 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 tap, tap, tap. Man, Pizza Hut sounds good, Kevin. Dude, stuffed crust all the way, bro. Pizza Hut left? What? What did I miss? That's why I read all the comment. Yeah, the 48. Yep, there it is right there. Skag standard. Stand on bar, stand on bar. Okay, we have. I had a shout out. Shout out Paul's Lawn Care. Shout out to the. About just shout out. Alright, that'll be it for now. Lawn mowing channel. Lawn mowing videos. Time lapse. Lawn mowing music. Lawn mowing fails. Boom. Alright. create new list. Create new list. Shout outs. Shout outs. There you go. Boom. All right. So he has now been created a new list. So let's catch up here. 3 hours. We're approaching 3 hours, guys. It's only midnight. Domino's is good. Damn dog won't shut up. Rich, you have a good night, buddy. And we will see you soon. You have a good day tomorrow. It's going to be Monday. It's going to be a good day for you. Shut up, Dory. Jeez, that's a dog, by the way. Oh, Barnes is on. Yeah. All right. All right, 50, we're 58, 57%. Skyverster, do you have a video on that? No, I don't. I don't. I had a Skag 32-inch walk behind mower. I did one video on it, just one. I didn't have it long enough to do another one on it, actually. Dang, that's what you did today, Kev? I think we got like 13 tomorrow, plus an acre property. Plus I gotta drop off the tree limbs that I cut today. Does that mean church? C-H-U-R? Wow. A monster mash. What's going on, buddy? I do. Dang. Barnes, you got a lot to do, Mark, bro. That's a lot. Whew. Well, the computer says 12 more minutes and the video's done uploading. I'm excited. Barnes, do not go to sleep until you watch this video. What kind of dog do you have? I have 4 bull mastiffs. Thomas, I have she's a mix between a something and a something. She's a full-size dog, you know, like the size of a slim Labrador. Her name is Dory. So when people ask what kind of dog I have, say I have what kind of breed? Say I have a Dory breed. They're like, Dory breed? Yeah, I've heard of that. I'm like, no, you haven't, because I just came up with it. I don't know what her mixes are. I need to do that to my machines, Eden. Oh wait, no. First name. Doug. Doug's your first name, I think. Am I right? Yep, Doug. Okay. Let me make sure. So you sent me a picture earlier. I haven't a chance to look at it yet. Okay. Dude, I did blow my Skag off today. That thing was nasty. We did what did we do? Oh, we did the retention pond. So it was nasty from that. I really need to wash the Kubota. Grease the fittings, sharpen the blades, but I just hadn't had time. The spider mount? The spider mount. %. No. something out of something. Well, you hopped in. Oh, hold on. I look into it. Get 60, big 60 and a 128 gig cards. Yeah, I have a 128 gig card in my little action camera too. It does pretty good. If I tried 4K, which I did, I can't see 4K on my TV screen on my computer. I can see it on my phone, but my phone doesn't want to let me see it. When I first bought it, it could, but nowadays it won't do it. So there's no sense in me uploading 4K. Plus, it would take like 2 days for my computer to upload 4K. I don't know. Got a 15% on my phone. The whole time my phone hadn't been plugged in. I don't know. Oh, we're going now. Yep, we're charging. Yeah. Do you scrape the deck at the end of each day, or do you do? I don't scrape the deck at all, Thomas. Nope. What I will do is I'll scrape the deck when I sharpen the blades. That's it. I don't scrape the deck or wash the deck after each lawn I mow. I don't do any of that. And I don't have any problems transferring stuff from one yard to the next. I know some people have that problem, but I haven't damaged any lawns, and I've been doing it the same way for 3 years. Now, if the grass was really wet, like say I cut all day yesterday, for example, and it was just soaked with wet grass, then yeah, going in today I probably would. But other than that, I don't scrape the blades. I don't scrape the deck until I sharpen the blades. Whoops. Yeah, I use a putty knife. Damn, I got a chip on my keyboard. Sega Genesis. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long time. Angry video game nerd. Profile. I think this is bad too. Starting to sound like me, Ashery. Are you talking smack because I'm eating chips? We could do this. Or, there's really nothing else for you guys to look at other than my Chevy Chase. I'm about done eating chips though. Alright. I got 15% more and this thing's done. I think the video is like 8 or 10 minutes long. Okay, I'm done. Be back. 90%. Okay. Oh, Tim's on. What's going on, Tim? Yeah, that's somebody did 5 hour and I passed out. 12 minutes. Yep. Yeah, I haven't. I need to power wash the Kubota because it's pretty nasty. But I ate a big bowl of top ramen, so I didn't get hungry watching him eat chips. I'd go live, but I don't have enough subs to make it worth it. Where'd he go? Oh, I'm sorry, Jim. I went to put the chips up. Tim didn't like your chip eating, made him hungry. Guys, we have 6%. And then it's got to do its processing. I don't think it'll take that long to process. And then it's going to be up, dude. I'm excited. Excuse me. You know what? While that's finishing, I'm going to look up lawnmowers. Look up lawnmowers, guys. Okay, let's go here. Let's go Skag. Skag, clamshell 52. Oh, look how beautiful that is. That's on a Turf Tiger. That's so pretty. Big old blower, almost like an impeller. Automatic debris sweeper. This thing right here, when it closes, you see it's connected to these arms. It goes up. So when this opens, this right here goes down, and it kind of helps knock it loose. You know, the walkers don't have that. That's pretty kick-ass. I like that. Those weights. Okay. Let's go to products, zero turn stand-ons. Ooh, look at that. Well, it's sexy, isn't it? You guys want to watch this? Hold on. May have my volume up. Oh.
This is the Skag V-Ride 2. Incredibly agile. Unbelievably comfortable. Impressively productive. This is the Skag V-Ride 2. Stand up.
Barnes, I just have one, my cell phone and my little action camera, but I don't use both at the same time. But I am going to buy another action camera so I can run two at the same time.
And takes up less space on the trailer, so you can transport more equipment in one trip.
Thomas, I actually went to Popeye's Chicken today, and they were out of the chicken sandwiches. So I had the chicken strips instead, which is really good. I like their food. Actually, that bagger is closer to 3,500 Ashery with the brackets, the blower, the weights, everything. Yeah, that would be cool, Doug.
Or a 48, 52, or 61-inch Velocity Plus deck, and you get maximum performance.
Yeah,
These decks deliver an unmatched quality of cut that is envied throughout the industry. And the decks
I don't know. I haven't looked. I mean, you know more than I do because I haven't looked at the engine options yet. But
is evident in the detail.
I definitely am going to check out what the engine options are and I want to look at the suspension. I know it's nothing like the Ferris.
Marbane cutter blades hold
See, he just said Marbane cutter blades. Those are high lift blades, by the way.
the adjustable
But I want
tungsten cut
to
front baffle lets you
see
customize
what the
cutter
suspension
to
looks
match
like.
the cutting
Compare it to the
You can quickly adjust the height of cut from 1.5
Kubota.
inches to 4.5 inches in quarter-inch increments with the convenient, easy-to-lift hand lever. Productivity begins with speed. The V-Ride 2 can travel up to 10
Dude, that would be a monster. 37 horse on a, say, on a 36-inch cut.
The
Whew.
V-Ride 2 keeps you in the field cutting grass. A wide stance and low center of gravity ensure reliable stability and confident handling. The large drive tires ensure better traction.
No, what you're seeing, Ashery, is the image coming through the cell phone.
Operators ride comfortably on a heavy
It's not like I'm looking at my cell phone, looking at my TV.
provides a smooth
It's
ride
two
with less
different
operator
qualities.
The large cushioned operator comfort pad accommodates a wide range of operator sizes and riding styles. And comfortable large diameter padded
Brandon,
steering
what's a
levers
trap?
make controlling the V-Ride 2 extremely smooth and precise. The convenient full-featured instrument panel
Ooh,
includes ignition,
processing 71%. We're almost there, guys. Barnes, are you awake, buddy?
Skaggs exclusive
'Cause we're gonna watch this together on here.
monitoring system. The Tiger Eye keeps a constant real-time eye on important mower system functions.
I really like that Tiger Eye. That's pretty groovy.
In just a glance. The user-friendly design of the V-Ride 2 gives you easy, convenient access to the engine.
Okay,
drive
we're
system,
almost
and
there.
other mechanicals.
Ooh, I like that.
Maintenance. The V-Ride 2, the next generation of productivity, comfort, and reliability from Skaggs.
I want to see the
Quality
platform.
construction and performance paired with an unmatched quality of cut.
Okay, I can tell you right now what I like about it already is the fact that the platform is between the rear wheels, just like Ferris.
Simply the best.
I really like that. You hear Thomas? 95%. Oh shit, we're almost there. Well, Thomas, you'd be excited trying new equipment. Oh, and that's cool. So you click on this and it tells you a little bit about it. The platform. There's a platform. Okay. See, we have a spring here, which is right there. And then we have one here. That may be one of your two. The Kubota did not have this right here. It had like a T shape here, and then it had two posts. T shape, but with two posts. So I'm curious to see how this one feels when you're riding it. See, that looks just like the Ferris deck. Just like it. What you're seeing is this part right here. This is what makes the difference. This chamber. That chamber. The ICD cutting deck's the exact same way. Okay. Oh shit, 95. We're almost there. Oh, okay. Uh-oh, guys. Alright, we're about to watch it. Let me put it on mute real quick till we get past this part. Who cares about the intro? No one gives a damn.
Visit the first channel in this series that we're going to try to be doing on Sundays as often as we can. There's our channel, but let's go ahead and
Let's
look
pause
up.
it for a second. Now we gotta, the quality will be better. You just gotta give it a second. It has to upload.
First one we're going to be checking out is Barnes Lawn Care. I was told to check this channel out. He's a cool guy. Just started out in YouTube world, and he's got some videos up. So let's see here.
Hey Tim, if you want a walker, I have a B23i with 24 hours on it, 48 inch Side discharge deck. It's up for sale.
Before we subscribe, if we do, let's check them out first. Let's see here. Got over 3,000 views, 12 videos. These are live stats here. All right. Let's see here. Let's check out his book.
I was on the Scab website.
Check this first one out and see what that's like. Now, we're not going to watch all these videos. We're just going to kind of spot watch. If you hear any crunching in the background, that would be my Doritos. I'm not sure what state he's in.
You guys can probably listen on your monitors a little bit louder. I can't play it too loud on my end because everyone's sleeping.
Now, they don't know that we're on their channel. At least I don't think they do. They might.
That would be cool if he does. No reason not to.
I like how he speaks clearly. You can understand what he's saying. That way you can follow along the story.
That's hilarious, Thomas. Did you really ask her that? Oh, that's awesome.
He's got a sunroof right there. That could be anything. Maybe that's a truck. Truck with a sunroof. That would be pretty cool. Jeez.
So next time, I know I need to have the TV monitor louder.
It's like several days. Yeah. Nice. Barnes Lawn Care, residential and commercial lawn maintenance. Coming to a lawn near you. I'm not a professional, before you ask, by the way. Look at that. That's teamwork, edging and blowing. And that guy's out there chunking logs. He needs to be in the Olympics. A little bit of shot put, buddy. That lawn needs some help, dude. It needs some grass or something.
That's hilarious, Thomas. I would do the same thing.
This music. Now, I don't know if that's the new generation V-Ride or the older one. I don't know a lot about Skag V-Rides. Maybe you guys can let me know in the...
That was his first and last career day. That's hilarious.
Definitely need some type of chute blocker because even though I love to open discharge, you have to be so careful. It's a big deck. Was that 52 or 48? You have to be so careful. But he knows what he's doing. Oh yeah, that's gonna strike nice. That gate's just big enough for that guy. All right, looks good. Maybe we can catch the end of this prop. Oh, look at that. Did he do all that? What a pretty lawn. I can't do stripes like that even when I am sober. Probably doing better when I've been drinking. That's nice. Very nice. Good job, dude. You guys haven't had a chance to check out Barnes Lawn Care channel, check him out. Let's see here. Alright, let's go see what his other channels are like. That was on April 20th of this year. Let's see here, let's talk trimmer lines. Oops. Smack about the black. Yep.
Smack about the black diamond, by the way. Are you guys watching it on your monitor so you can
Love
hear
this kind of talk.
what Barnes is saying?
It's true. That's true. That's true, because trimmer line is trimmer line to be trimmed, not edging. That's correct. You do come across chain link fences, bricks, foundation, wooden fences. It chews it up a little bit. Yep, that's true. I've used Black Diamond quite a bit over the last 2 years, and still do time to time. It's excellent. It's the best on the market to cut grass, no doubt. But it doesn't last that long once you start getting it around rough edges, you know, where you're trying to edge with it and stuff like that. It'll chew it up really fast. But as far as cutting, he's right. Let's see here. Let's fast forward a little bit. Okay, guys, so what I like about this video and what I'm gathering is he's given a lot of information about his use with the product, and that's what I really like. Look at those tires. Hold on, let's back this up. Hold on, Slick. Hold on, come over here, Jack. Look at that tread. That is nice. I need to see if I can get something like that. Be great for those off-road properties out in the country. So, you know, he's telling about his experience with what he's been using. I like that, because you start, you know, giving your thoughts and stuff about stuff that you haven't even used before, you know. Not saying, you know, that it's right or wrong, but you know, sometimes when you actually use a product for a good length amount of time, you might have a different perspective about it or something like that. So I really like how he talks about, you know, giving the pros and the cons about product that he's been using and gives different examples of it. So I really like that. Yeah, Black Diamond. Yep. Very nice. Very nice. The stripes look good. I like how they curve. Man, he does good work. I believe he's just a solo guy. Every now and then he's got somebody that helps him out. You know. That's it. I'd love to have that in Texas. He says it's crazy. It's 86 degrees. It's crazy. Brother, it's 86 degrees at 9 o'clock in the morning in Texas. He must be up north somewhere. Uh-oh. Well, see how he's real dirty? He's not afraid to work. I like that. Well, I'm totally digging this channel. We're going to give it a like right here. Pee-wee, he's also in Texas. Pee-wee says, great video. I see that standard in the back. Nice. Very good. Let's see here. There's a binging night. What all weeders do you have? Look at this long post. Let's read it.
You're gonna like this, Ashery. This is funny.
3 days ago. I love the trimmer talk, dude. I I use two types of trimmer line. I run the Oregon Magnum Gator line .095 in the speed feed heads, and I run the Oregon Magnum Gator line .155 line in my.
Listen to the last part of the sentence I read on your post, Ashery. You're gonna laugh your tail off.
That square shit, or the hexagonal, or the twisty kind. Another good video where you are showing the zigzags, pentagon. Well, I do want to see you make more videos in the FS560. What is that? Ripping it up. You know, I want to see more of that. I'm in love with that trimmer man. Now, is he saying he's in love with that trimmer? Pause. Man, or in love with the trimmer man? Very questionable on that comment because there's no comma or anything like that.
You know I'm giving you a hard time, right, dude?
FS5, whatever it is. Here we go. Looks like he's. Hold on. Ooh, okay. Looks like he just bought it.
That's hilarious. Dude, this trimmer is such a monster.
Oh, geez, look at that. You hear that trimmer? It sounds like a dirt bike. Comes Attack with the Doritos.
I figured you might like that, Ashery.
Come on, buddy. We want to see the steel. Oh, here we go.
You hear me crunching on chips?
It's an auto cut head. Just like the Echo Speed Feed, except I don't particularly care for it. Holy moly. Damn. It's like turbocharged trimmer. Jeez. Dude, that kind of trimmer is a monster. Holy moly. He's gonna have all that stuff all over his face. Watch. I say that thing works pretty darn good. If you guys have a steel FS560, let us know in the comment section down below. Or if you ever even heard of one or haven't heard of one, let us know. And I don't know if Barnes is watching this video, but how much did that trimmer cost you? Because that is a monster thing. And did that harness thing come with it, which I'm sure it did.
That's hilarious. You have to sign a waiver.
Oh, that's a cool point of view. I like channels that have different point of views. I'm getting dizzy now. Kind of like watching NASCAR. There's a left turn. There's another left turn.
Holy shit, $1,400
That's a pretty
plus tax. Holy cow, Barnes, that's a lot of.
And I'm gonna click that bell notification because I'm gonna support.
But that trimmer will probably last a long time.
Videos pop up, and when I get a chance, I'll watch some here and there. I try to watch all the channels that I subscribe to, a little bit here and there. I may not be able to watch the whole video when I see stuff being posted, but I try to watch some. You know, a few minutes here and there, see what they got going on. Looks like you're doing just regular Saturday maintenance. Very nice. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Shout Out Sundays. Look at that. Oh, that's a pretty skag when it's all cleaned up. Some good maintenance. You know, it's important to do more mower maintenance, guys, because look at that lights on that thing. Yeah, I think that's the first generation V-Ride, because the V-Ride 2, I think would say V-Ride 2. Oh, he's got a chute blocker on there with the handle. I need something like that. But anyways, mower maintenance is so important. You know, it looks like he's doing a little degreaser there. You know, your machines will last longer. But I like how everything is fast forward. I like the music. Definitely my kind of channel. You guys out there in the lawn care community, give this guy a watch. Just spend 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. 5 minutes, check his channel out. Click that subscribe if you want to. Click that bell notification. You don't have to watch every video, but give him a chance. He's trying to grow like all of us. We all started with 1 subscriber. It was probably our mamas. Man, I think it looks brand Oh, it's a 48. I know that's an 8. I thought it was a 52. Look wider than that. Probably because he's small enough. If I was to stand on that, it would look like a 36 because I'm a big guy. Oh, he's got the Great American um, sharpener thing. And he's got it bolted. Look at that, guys. He's got it bolted to his trailer so he can sharpen when he's out in the field. That is slick. And he keeps, his grinder and stuff in the truck, I'm sure. That's incredible. That's Green Touch Industry. Racks there. We need to watch some Great American. We might need to do a shout out to Great American. I forget. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but I think it's called Great American Blade Sharpeners or something like that. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. And if any of you guys want to recommend a channel for us to check out and give a shout out to,
That's a lot of money. It is a mortgage payment.
just put it down. You can contact us or via text message or email. You can find out that information in our About section. Is the best way to do it. I'm going to try to do it every Sunday. If not, we'll do the best we can to keep it on Sundays. But we definitely want to give shout outs to all the channels that are growing, even channels that are big. We want to check them out. We don't know all the channels. We want to check them out. All positive stuff. We're not looking up channels to dog anybody. American Sharpener. I was close. That's incredible. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to leave you guys here so you can finish checking him out.
And that's pretty much it on the first video for the shout outs. So I'm going to try to make them a little bit better on the editing. I want to come up with, see, like this intro is an old intro. So I'm going to come up with an intro that's just for shout outs. And eventually, it'll probably have a mixture of a couple different video clips, kind of like how this one is. But anyways, so, oh, absolutely, Barnes, man, anytime, dude. I'm glad I could do something like this. I think I brought that idea to the table a couple of days ago on live, and a couple of guys thought it was a great idea. So, we're gonna pick another channel this upcoming Sunday. Hopefully, we can get time to do it and upload it, and just I'll keep a list of the channels that I've done, and maybe at the end of the year, we'll make a video that's a recap of all the shout outs for that entire year. Like, I don't know, 1 minute per video or per channel. I don't really know. We'll figure something out. But it's a recap for the whole year. Maybe favorite videos I've seen or favorite channels. I don't know, whatever. But it'd be kind of fun, I got you, Ashery. Well, whenever, I do the shout outs, it's not going to be, I'm only going to, the channels that I come around to on my list, anytime I do it, it's only channels that I want to do. If it's a channel I don't particularly care for, I'm not going to do it, because then the shout out doesn't mean anything. Absolutely. Nice. What, I don't know. It'd be kind of tricky because the mower's not here, Thomas. And I don't remember. I think you live far away. I don't think you live in Texas. But if you watch my video, I do a couple videos on making shoe blockers. It's so easy. Which mower do you have, Thomas? Oh, San Antonio, duh. I'm sorry, dude. I totally forgot. I got, Johnny Cortez is in San Antonio. Pee Wee's in Beaumont. No, Pee Wee's not Beaumont. Aaron with Gilmo Lawn is in Beaumont. Pee Wee's in somewhere that way, close to Beaumont. Someone else was in Austin. Oh, Jose with One Way Lawn Service in Austin. Apologize for that, Thomas, but at least I got your name right. Try to keep up with everybody. I'll eventually have it down by memory. I saw a video of a guy driving a standard lawnmower through a brand new house. That was me, by the way, driving it. If you guys haven't seen that video, if you guys haven't seen the video of me driving my, I think it was my Skag 32-inch walk behind through a customer's front door, through their living room, through the back door, mow the backyard, and come right back through the house again because it wouldn't go through the side gate. I don't know why that video does not have a ton of views. Yeah, the customer's like, sure, sounds good. Now, when we talk about chainsaws, McCullough's my favorite brand. We'll be doing some McCullough chainsaw videos this winter. I have a couple I'm in the middle of restoring. Well, not now, but last winter I was in the middle of restoring. We'll need to do those finish-up videos. That was me, Ashery. That was me, but here, let's see here. That is pretty funny. Let's see here. It's gonna be old one, but I posted it not too long ago. It wasn't a repost, but grass packer, fertilizer, rental equipment, unboxing stuff. Let's see if I can find it. One of my. So you want to start a lawn business? Hold on, I'm trying to find it, guys. Pressure washer lawn business tips. It may be better if I just go straight to videos because I think I might remember the thumbnail. Same words should be used for sex as well as, oh geez, I remember that video but forgot what channel it was on. Seen a guy ride a horse through a bar. Holy jeez. I had one of them too. You're a crazy man. It was old Buster. Yes, that video before you end the live. Yes, I will. You guys have to see this. This is Kevin's best ever. Okay, I'll find it. Let me go to the beginning of all my videos and then go forward. Because I know about the time I posted it. And the picture is me in the doorway is the thumbnail. Hold on. We'll find it. Here, let's search together. I do have a Skag versus Kubota video. I know that's not all the videos. Why are we stopped? That's not all of them because I have, oh, play all. Oh shit, no, that's not it. Hold on. I have 370 videos. What am I missing? Oh, you know what? Here, let's do this. Hold on. Let's go here, videos. Oh, next page. We're fine. We'll find it. Hang tight. Ooh, there it is right here. Okay, found it. So it's, here we go. That's a Skag 32, brand new. I hadn't had it long.
Okay, so I'm at a customer's house new customer. It's just a one-time mow. They're just moving in. The landlord didn't have the backyard mower.
Nice, Tim. We can definitely have some
So,
conversations about
we're gonna walk through the
chainsaws.
overgrowth real quick. You see, so we got a lot of really tall grass out here. A couple of dips. So we're gonna mow this tall stuff here, but the issue
And the
with
backyard was overgrown on top of that.
commercial mowers,
So, look at that. I couldn't get the mower through that.
from here to here, and that is 32 3/4 inches. I need 33. So our 32-inch
Quarter inch short.
fit through there. So then the customer asked me, "Can you fit the mower through the front door, get it through the back door, to mow the grass?" I've never had a customer ask me that. So we're gonna take.
That's
a look.
right. The customer asked me. I totally forgot about that.
So let's go
They
ahead.
really wanted me to cut their grass, by the way.
So, Mr. Customer, is it okay
I sold
if
it, Eden.
come through your front door with my lawnmower?
I didn't
This is awesome.
I
Okay,
didn't
guys,
care
so
too much how
they
it
have
cut.
an enormous front
I
door
felt like it was
behind the
underpowered.
lawnmower than most homes. And as you can see, it's a clear shot straight to
I don't
the
think it
back.
had
Now, these
the
French
Cowie
doors
on it,
are
but I
supposed
don't
to
remember.
let the
Maybe we
air
can see when I
at the
bring the
bottom.
camera in view.
Bad weather, so we can only use one door, but it's 33 inches wide, and we got to go over the lip there onto the back patio. So hopefully this will work. And then we got all that grass to cut, which won't be a problem. It's just getting to the grass. There you go. We'll leave you in charge of that.
Yeah, they just moved in the house too. In fact, they were moving in that day. Oh, this was 3 years ago, guys. I didn't even have my sombrero yet. This is hilarious. Jeez. When I was getting it to that back door, there's no way it could have been any smaller. I would not have been able to make it through. I think this is an FS engine and not a FX. I think that's why I didn't like it. Yeah, that's an FS, looks like. FS, not FX. Watch, even this is tight. Because I couldn't open that that French door either. It was screwed shut. Can you believe that shit?
All right. As you can see, that fit pretty good.
That's
actually.
true.
I was kind of surprised how smooth that went. No damage was done to any of the.
I did sell the Ferris, Texas. A guy came down
Now we got
from Austin a couple days ago, picked it up for $5K, and then drove back.
This is some pretty tall stuff. Here's a regular size back patio table, and you can see the grass is really grown up. So that's the landlord not.
Yeah, this was back before I knew
on making sure
that holding the camera landscape angle was much better.
So anyway, so we're using the 32-inch Skag mower right now that fit through that front door. So, all right.
Yeah, they were eating pizza. They didn't care. They were stuffing their bellies. Look how tall. You can't even see the front end of that mower. The yard cleaned up very nice, by the way. I was using my favorite trimmer, which is the Husqvarna 322L. That's true. And even 5K was an exceptional price for that mower. The mower only had 58.4 hours on it. Well, that was still low, you know, but with that, I'm able to pay a couple things off. So I'm happy, it's fine. And I might put my Kubota up for sale. and either buy a Z136 or maybe a Skag V-Ride 236. The platform on the Kubota is starting to hurt my calves a little bit because it's too much angle. Pistol grips on the 32. I didn't care for that. They weren't very comfortable. I tell you what, who's walk behind mowers. Now, I have not used this brand walk behind mower. I put my hands on the controls at the dealer, and I could only imagine using it in the field. But Ferris 36-inch walk behind mower, it's called a Hydro Cut or something like that. They have for what I've felt so far, out of the different ones I've had, they have the most comfortable ergonomic handles for their walk behind mower. Compared to the Kubota, the Encore, and the Skag I have had, the Ferris has the most comfortable ergonomic handle. Oops. Yeah, the Ferris does not actually use a pistol grip. They use something similar. Both handles are actually facing each other. Your hand is like, let's see here. Let's pause a second. On the Ferris 36-inch walk behind, the handles are like this. They're this close to each other, like this. Your brake and all your controls are right here. It's soft contour shapes, so soft to move, padded. That's not like some of these walk behinds where it just hurts your hands. I almost bought a 36 walk behind from them, and and actually that's probably not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind trying a 36-inch walk behind with a single wheel sulky. The only reason I don't is because if you look at the Skag walk behind mower, they have one where you have the engine, and then right here it comes way out where the controls are. That's SVT or something like that. The controls are way out here, and you have that room from the back of the engine all the way here where your sulky would go. You'd have to have an extension. Not sure how that would work out, but you know what? I may look into that instead of maybe a stand-on instead. We'll see. I know that 36 is pretty wide, but I'll have to check with William about that tomorrow. All right, after this video, we're calling it a night, guys. Yeah, I heard the T-bar is pretty good. Nope, I haven't tried a walker. I'm sorry, I haven't tried a right. I looked at them a couple years ago, but I bought the Z1 36 instead. It's a little cheaper for what I was paying for. Yep, I go back through the house and just imagine, I didn't clean that deck either, guys. Because it really would have made it worse. If I would have tried to wash underneath that deck and then go through the house, what would happen is you'd be dripping nasty shit. And check this out. I told him, I said, hey, I may get, before I walk through your house, if you can hand me a broom and a dustpan, I'll sweep up behind me. They said, no, don't worry about it. I said, okay. At least I think that's what happened. Almost reaching 4 hours on live. Can you believe that? Well, either one you get, Big Texas, you'll probably like. I've had both, and both have their pros and cons of, well, I don't even like using the word pros and cons. They both have their purpose of what they're designed to do, that really help them shine for the operator. People so used to, pros and cons on this mower, pros and cons on this chainsaw. Too much fucking pros and cons, and the cons that they use are like stupid shit. Like, I'm gonna do a video one of these days, and it's gonna be, a parody kind of video. It's like, how I really do my mower review. Start off with, this engine, 19 horsepower. That's definitely too large for me. I need like a fucking V6 or something. Or, see these tires? These are too black for me. They need to be. I like to see with some dirt on it, chunks of mud on it, and then this tire tread. This tire tread sucks. And I got 5 lug nuts. What the fuck do I need 5 lug nuts for? After I take the 2 off, I'm too exhausted to take the other 3 off. So I might as well just have 2 or a cotter pin alone, and just go on with some stupid stuff that's more comical than anything else. Basically, it's making fun of the guys who overdo the pros and cons on stuff. Yes, I agree, Barnes. Thomas, you should be able to try one out. Here's what you can do. Whatever brand you want to try out, go to that manufacturer's website, like say Ferris, Skag, Kubota, whatever, Toro, whoever, and you'll see within the first 2 pages, they'll say request a demo. Fill out that information. You'll probably get a call or email within a couple of days. If you haven't heard anything, then, call them. But you can schedule a demo and say, hey, I want to try a walk behind or a stand on or whatever. Then they will help. They will get you that demo. Yep, Exterminator. Old Jared. I sent Jared a sombrero the other day. If you guys have watched this video here recently, that sombrero he's wearing is the one that I mailed him. And he does. Yeah, he has tons of equipment. He loves his walk behind mowers. In fact, his favorite mower is the one I just mentioned. That Skag SVT, I think it is. Oh, yeah, he's got like 30 trimmers, Barnes. Yeah, believe it or not, Big Texas, at a gas station, bro. And I just bought a brand new one about a week ago. It's a lot nicer. It's more fancy. Of course, I've been wearing my other one, like the same one I sent Exterminator. I've been wearing it for 2 years.
As you can see,
There's on the slides, the sulkies are good, but I haven't done a video on the comparison between a single and a double wheel sulky. I thought about the slides. The thing with slides, you can't be as heavy if you use a slide as you can with the wheels, because I looked up that and their max weight was not near as heavy as I am, so I wasn't able to get a slide. I've had a dual wheel sulky and I've had a single wheel sulky. And the single wheel sulky, I love this point of view right here. The single wheel sulky is so much better because you're tracking in the center of the mower, so you feel less of the turns, and you're only turning probably about half of the radius, and then you're feeling less bumps because you're only on one tire. So I think I went with the one that Bradley makes. Yeah, I think it's Bradley, I don't remember. It's an enormous single wheel sulky, plenty of room for both my feet. That's funny, and he's out. You're welcome, dude. You can't find one in Texas? Bro, you gotta go to those those gas stations, like the big ones, like the Pilots, or the big Valeros, or a lot of those gas stations, dude, they sell all that kinds of shit. Just try for another week, a couple different gas stations. If you can't find one, the one up here by the house has got tons of them. I'll send you one. Just let me know. All I ask is just, help cover the cost, and I'll get one to you. But the only thing is the one that I sent Jared, it didn't have, and the other one I had, it had like the chin string strap. The one I sent him didn't have that, so I don't know why it didn't. None of them had that, so I guess maybe it was a new model that they were carrying or something. I don't know. Now that's the 322L. Oh wait, no. Hold on. think that was a steel trimmer that I had found. I found it was at a house. That's Echo 580 T. I found a trimmer FS85 across the street from one of the houses that I was doing, and it was at the curb, for pickup, and it had one of those shitty ass plastic, you know, things on there to cut grass. I'm like, what's this guy doing? So I picked it up, tuned it up a little bit, put proper trimmer line on it. Shit, it was ready to go. You bet, Big Texas. Just let me know, buddy. And that was it. I thought I filmed it going back through the house, but I guess not, guys. Sorry about that. Well, I'm gonna have to get off here because it's 12:49. By the time I get in bed, it's gonna be 1 o'clock. Oh, I still gotta brush my teeth. Fucking Dorito shit. Tomorrow, I probably won't go live tomorrow, but if you guys want to buy raffle tickets for the Steel FS 131R, let me know. Yeah, that one might have been. Let's see here. I think I used both trimmers. Hold on, I'm going back to look. I had equipment defender racks at the time, I know that. Anyways, yep, that's what that was, I think. The ring and clutch gives it away. Yep, that's exactly right, Barnes. It had a ring and clutch to it. That was... It was just a sound I couldn't stand. That's why I got rid of it. I do kiss my wife with that Dorito mouth. Man, it's almost 2 a.m. there. Where are you at, Tim? Yeah, it was, I think I sold mine for like 100 and I got it free. So I was pretty excited about that. The raffle tickets are $20, Doug. Just contact me tomorrow. Well, if you go to, you don't have to, I can tell you tomorrow, but on one of our recent videos where it says raffle tickets, in there it has the email if you want to send it Zelle or the email if you want to send it PayPal, or you can contact me if you want to send it, mail me a check or something. So what'll happen is, let's just say, for example, you buy 2 tickets. I'm not saying you got to buy 2. I'm just saying. All right. So we'll take these right here off, right? So we'll put your name on the back right here. Let's see here. Yeah, on the back where these lines are. And then we'll take a picture of that and then take a picture of the front. Okay. Then we put it, we tear it off, then we put where it says where it says ticket, because that's the one with your information on the back. We put that in the bag. So that way you have a picture of that ticket. Then on September 1st, when we pull the drawing live, my wife's going to pull the ticket. Then we say, hey, for example, hey, Doug, with Eden Lawn Care, you're the winner. So, if you're not live, but you catch it later, I will ask to see that picture, because I'll send you that picture to confirm it's the right one. And then we'll mail that out to you. I'm going to see, now the dealer donated us that trimmer to raise money to help pay for, to help, with Danielle's treatment. So, I'm gonna see if they can ship it. If not, I need to see if they have a box, because it all comes in a box. We need a box. If not, UPS is gonna rate me on a box for this thing. But anyways, and then we'll just get it shipped out to you. So September 1st, we've earned so far, I think, like, I don't know, maybe $700. I'll have to look somewhere around there. But we got, not quite a week left. And then we also have the giveaway that we're doing. That's a raffle. We have a giveaway we're doing on the channel for hitting 1 million views. We're going to do that at September 1st as well. You'll want to go, if you haven't already, to the video that talks about 1 million view giveaway. Follow those instructions, what to do. That'll have you a chance to enter. And I'm going to be purchasing a power tool product between $100 and $300 of something that I have used that I've really liked, that I think the one lucky winner is going to like. Plus, I'm gonna pull 3 more tickets after that product or after that that main pull, and those 3 people are gonna get a cool gift as well, and we'll mail that out too. Listen to Thomas. Thank you, Jim. Hit the fart sack, buddy. And you have a good rest and a good day tomorrow. Georgia. Oh yeah, I spent time in Georgia, Fort Benning, Georgia. It was hot. Thank you, I appreciate that, Thomas. Number 40 sub. Number 40 sub. What does that mean, number 40 sub? Oh, you're the 40th person to sub. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem, Doug. I appreciate it, man. You got to use the Tim Allen. Oh, yeah. Oh, so he's got the Steel FS560. Oh, yeah. A lot of power. Oh. You know what? You know what I'm going to do, Ashery? You made me think about it. I thought about it the other day. I'm like, dude, Ashery would get a kick out of this. I'm going to do a video. Nothing but fucking grunting. So it'll be the Tim Allen grunt, and it'll be maybe I'm working on something, right? Maybe I'm banging on some shit, be like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," and I get pissed, "Arr, arr," and I throw shit across the room, and then I'll have instructions like I read instructions like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr." You know, it'd be kind of funny, right? Only a few people would get that. Blue Ridge Mountains. That just sounds beautiful. Thank you. Okay, guys. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know it's late. It's 1 o'clock. And thank you guys for your friendship and for listening, to our story. And, I love the topics we talk about. And anytime you guys want to reach out to me, you got my email address, you got my phone number. You know where I'm at on social platforms. You can ping me anytime. If I don't answer right away, it's because I'm on a mower somewhere or changing a diaper or something. So anyways, you guys have a good night. And, I'll post something tomorrow on YouTube. There was something I was going to post on Community Tab. Shit. I was going to look for something to post on Community Tab. I don't remember. Anyways, you guys have a good Monday. Talk to you later. Out.